5. We've got smoke, 4. We've got ignition, 3, 2, 1. We've got RIP. RIP. Take off. Rest up, my man. Rest up. Condolences to his family. Self-love, vision. Most indubitably. Easy for me to say. Hey, y'all, big ups. We're going to start pretty much right away. Electric universe theory. We're going to talk about that. I think Carmen and those guys with the Electric Circus album, I think they were kind of drawing off some of this when you go back and look at it all. All right. We're going to talk about it. There's a poll up on TATN. If you guys could please take the time to hit the thumbs up on the poll in the community page and take the time to answer the poll. We will most definitely appreciate that. And Shot Time, whenever you're ready, you can let it rip. Like, share, subscribe. This ain't that network. In the building.
We are, as they say, tangled in our anchor chain. Our financial systems are decades old. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions. According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Yes, sir. All right, Chi-Town, let's go ahead and get it. You can kill that. You can kill it. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. We back in the building. There we go. Please like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Welcome to the Self Luv Show on this Ain't That Network or TATN. All right, this ain't that. This is a place where we explore captivating topics that expand our community's minds and should be igniting curiosity. It's one of the co-hosts, 9 Millie. All praise due to the ancestors, the Most High. And last but definitely not least, my late beloved Mama Sky. In today's episode, we're going to delve into the enigmatic electric universe theory, or EUT. EUT challenges the conventional laystream wisdom that gravity alone shapes our cosmos. Instead, it proposes that electricity plays a more significant role in the universe's structure. Imagine plasma, 99% of the universe, self-organizing into intricate wire-like structures, weaving magnetic fields that orchestrate cosmic phenomena. Stars become celestial. Christmas tree lights. They're hidden wires conducting electric currents across vast, unimaginable distances. Stay tuned as we unravel the cosmic dance of charged particles, And we're going to ponder whether pulsars or cosmic short circuits. Fasten your seatbelts, charge up, and let's ignite our minds. This is the Self Love Show. This is the revolution. These are lessons, not lectures. The revolution will not be on YouTube. We're live in living color, and today is Tuesday, April 16 at about 8:17 in the Shy. As always, you cats can be anywhere in this magnanimous universe, but thankfully, we all chose to be here together. Bear down, Chi-Town, bear down, bear down, bear down, bear down. Brother Wordsmith, what you manifesting today, bro?
Love. Now, you know me. Promoting love. What you?
Yeah, same, bro. Pure, magnificent, unfettered. Some say unfiltered. Some say tough. Many said, you know what I mean? I don't know. But love just the same. I can assure you, self-love just the same, good brother.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, man, so did the Bulls already play in the play-in?
No, it's tomorrow. I thought I missed it too. You know, they lost the last game.
The Bulls did?
Yeah, to the Knicks.
Yeah, it was the last second shot or something. So who we
overtime? We playing Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta.
Yeah. Where at?
In Chicago, I think, but I'm not sure.
So we the 9th seed, I guess.
I think we was the 9th seed.
Was this like the 4th or 5th straight year? We've been like the 9th seed or something?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention that long.
All right, y'all. Today's show is sponsored by what?
Ancestral Echoes. Midwest Festival presents
Echoes.
Ancestral Echoes. It's going down in the town. It's going down.
That's right. So come out, get your glamping on, listen to some great music, some wonderful DJs. It's a weekend event out there.
Gonna be an amazing time.
Lean. Yeah, that's right.
It's the links in the chat. Get your tickets. They're going fast, so I don't know how long it's gonna be.
Going fast out there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so like we said, y'all, this is the revolution. So what to expect on the Self Love Show? We always kick it off with the quote of the day, and then our more growth and development platform video. It's less than a minute. Then Tattoo Tyranny. We like to show the oath takers and oath breakers interacting with the citizens, and then we'll see if we like it or if we don't. Dome teaser. It's a riddle. Your mind gets stronger when you matriculate. So we're gonna, give you a riddle, and if you guys can't figure it out, or Brother Wordsmith doesn't figure it out before the end of the show, then we'll go ahead and see if we can't give you guys the key at the end of the show. But you're gonna have to stick around to the end if you decide that you're too lazy to matriculate. Electric Universe Theory, Unpacked. Phone lines are open. Phone number's 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Troll free.
Once again, 424-900-6945. That number's what?
Absolutely, positively troll free.
Trolls get what?
Hoes around here, homie.
We'll make you what?
Famous.
That's right. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Let's go viral.
Give me a reason to. Give me a reason to.
Give me a reason to talk my shit.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Big ups to all the trolls, though. Trolls get hoes. All right, yeah, big ups though. Because they get your views and stuff. So they always got stuff to say, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So ups to them.
Big ups.
All right. So yeah, and then we wrap it up with my personal favorite part of the whole shebang, and that's Wordsmith's final words. He's gonna go off the top of the rip, pull something down out of the electric universe and lay it out there for you guys, to, grow from, for lack of a better term.
I can't imagine what it's going to be today after all this information.
You got any announcements, good brother?
Yes, sir. And Midwest Festivals presents Ancestral Echoes.
Echoes.
June 28th.
28th.
To the 30th.
30th.
Man, a beautiful love situation is going down.
Beautiful love situation going down. Echoes.
Down.
Ancestors.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all got that. So I did all that. Stop the violence. The spring weather's coming, you guys. So, and ladies, can we all just get along, for lack of a better phrase? You know what I mean? I guess we could say that amongst the copper color, right? So,
Yeah,
that's not cooning.
No.
No. I don't think
That's what we need to get along with.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Let's see. All right, so if anybody scientists out there, we'd love to hear from your theories. We know you guys buy into the whole thing of gravity and everything, but yet they're trying to find dark matter and dark energy out there so they can prove, because gravity, when they went there and tried to prove it again and again, it doesn't work. It doesn't work out there, so they have to come up with other shit to make it work. It's like if Self Love asked me, hey, you got proof that there's God? And I say, there's the Grand Canyon. And then, Self Love, you know what I mean? Self Love says, well, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, you got to prove something else. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go out and try to prove it. But enough of my yapping.
Yes, y'all. Don't stop. Self Luv Show rocks on. Welcome. As Nine so graciously put it, we are unpacking the electric universe theory. Gonna go for a ride. Great thing. As always, we have a video need y'all to check out. It's the Silverback More Growth and Development platform, which we are building Self Love Nation off of. And as always, excuse me, I don't always get choked up. Striving for social justice is the most valuable thing to do in life. Once again, striving for social justice is the most valuable thing you can do in life. Albert Einstein. Silverback More Growth and Development platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. Number 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influence. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
That's right. And number 10, protect our women, children, and self by any means necessary.
Facts.
Hey, if y'all didn't catch last week's show out there, ancient astronauts, some say ancient aliens theory versus the out of Africa hypothesis. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that man, lots of information. Uh, think you would do yourself a grand favor if you go check it out. Check it out.
Well, yeah, I've been doing some research, and as I'm sure you have, life is a journey. All these stories like Hermes, and there's the Egyptian version of that. It seems to me, Self, that at some point we were all, well, I don't want to say we, but the ancestors may have been apes just sitting around there in theta, probably just in theta their whole lives, and at some point, one of them started having deep thought, conscious thought,
No, I don't. No,
and then they called him Hermes.
no,
No,
no.
you think they all had conscious thought from the start?
Yeah,
According to
yeah.
programming.
Our ancestors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys check out the ancient astronaut, ancient alien, and out of Africa theory. I mean, because hell, I don't think Self Love and I believe in either one of them. Well, at face value,
Yeah,
in their
definitely
totality.
right.
Yeah.
No, there's no way I could either one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is some interesting thought about both and from both. Yep.
Well, the ancient aliens, right away, I always think, oh, it's racist. Right away, it just near jerk. When I first heard it, oh, it's some racist shit. When I first heard it, just was my whole spirit. And then, of course, out of Africa, you come to find out that whole thing's been written by what? Well, we don't know what's in his heart.
Yeah, but a racist, that's for sure.
I mean, you never sat down and had dinner with him.
No, he was dead.
I know, they killed me with that. You know how many racists you've met, you idiots who say this, who won't say to your face, I want to put you in it.
They don't.
Go ahead.
Most of these racists,
Uh-huh.
they don't
Go ahead.
They don't hate you. They just want them to do better, and they're gonna do stuff to prevent you from doing better, so they can work with you. They don't want to interact socially. They don't want to interact socially. They can work with you and all of that. They don't. It's just the social part that they don't want to interact with. So they don't hate you. They just want them to do better and prevent you from doing better, or really prevent you from being in their area. So they want to make sure that you can't afford to live in their area.
So you don't think up in the mountains of the Appalachians, they don't hate you, boy? You think when you get up in the wrong trailer park in the wrong part of this country, they don't hate you? You think they just want to be ahead of you? Is that what you think?
Just talking about the majority, not, the minority of this whole situation.
All right.
And those people generally can't. That's the only way they can do anything about your existence. I'm speaking about the people who can do something. Has a level of authority and so-called authority and can control some shit.
Some sort of privilege. They got some sort of control. Yeah.
Not people generally that live.
You're not talking about your everyday
parks.
Trash.
Yeah. Well.
God damn. Can we say trash? I think we can say rubbish. We can for damn sure say rubbish. Yeah. All right. So yeah, do check that out, y'all. Great show. Ancient Astronauts, right here on TATN. So plans, no time for that. All right, Self, did you see LA gang culture out there? Videos going viral. We kind of covered it before, but this is an update.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know you're unplugged. You don't watch shit.
No, really. Not never see it sometime on TikTok or something, but
yeah, TikTok.
There's a different kind of gang problem in Los Angeles
See if we
County.
can't get TikTok
People meant
banned.
to serve and protect a population of more than 9 million people, allegedly part of powerful gangs going back decades, according to watchdog groups and the alleged victims of their crimes. Groups of LA sheriff deputies with threatening names like the Banditos, the Cavemen, the Executioners. The deputies rep their cliques, tattooing their bodies with logos and throwing up gang signs. The gangs facing allegations they use violent excessive force against
One of the
injured
homies told me
To me, they're punks. The people that killed
their
my
initiation
son.
is not to kill another gang member,
and
to kill
intimidate
a
fellow
civilian.
deputies
So,
who
a guy
don't
like
do
you
the
or me.
law.
Leave dead rats in front of people's homes.
The terrorizing behavior costing the LA County taxpayers a fortune. The Inspector General's office counts $54 million in settlements involving deputy gang activity. The first obstacle to eradicating them, though, many past sheriffs dispute their very existence.
Well, you're still trying to pretend the deputy gang exists.
He's a member.
I know. So yeah, just like
The
the mafia
investigation
said,
continues.
there's
But
no
the
mafia.
current sheriff, Robert Luna, who took office in late 2022, went public with his efforts to combat the problem.
Where are the feds in the RICO case?
A city and state approved civilian oversight commission released a 70-page report last year on how the sheriff's office should crack down on them. The commission's special counsel telling us they turned over a list of more than 20 recommendations. But so far, members of that oversight board, as well as attorneys for the victims, say Sheriff Luna hasn't put a stop to the gangs like he promised.
It's a lot bigger than one
can't.
sheriff. It's sheriff
he
after
can't.
sheriff, administration after administration.
In a statement to NBC News,
They'd have
the
to get
LA
rid of
Sheriff's
all of them.
Office say they've drafted a new law enforcement
Yes.
gang
And start
clique
over with a
and
new
subgroups policy, but that it's still under negotiation.
Not only
Sheriff.
that,
Powerful
but
deputies.
these guys are dangerous too.
Very.
We were trying to publicize the existence.
They gotta
of the
kill
deputy
somebody to be
gangs
in it.
and put the community in power over the
A
gangs
civilian.
and over the sheriff department itself.
Yeah.
In the meantime, a growing chorus in LA who say it's time to stop waiting for the county or the sheriff to clean things up.
If this gang problem isn't promptly solved, that the next logical step will be federal litigation, the appointment of a monitor, and oversight by a federal judge.
Other police departments who struggled with different issues like excessive
He's a
force
wacky
and
liberal.
police bias in cities like Detroit, Seattle, and Pittsburgh all saw what officials say were significant improvements under federal oversight.
Yeah.
But the Department of Justice so far hasn't moved in that direction. NBC News reached out to the DOJ for comment but haven't heard back. If these alleged gangs are dealt with, it won't be soon enough for people like Sergeant Rosa Gonzalez, who claims she was retaliated against for speaking out against the East LA Banditos. Gonzalez declined an on-camera interview with NBC News, saying doing so would mean facing further consequences, proving
See
the
that?
stronghold these supposed gangs
Yeah.
still have over one of the largest populations in the
I
country.
think I know why the feds ain't going
Priya
in.
Sridhar, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated
Tethered.
about breaking news and top
You
stories.
can kill it. You think they're tethered?
Sheriffs. The sheriffs. They're sheriffs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the feds can really fuck with sheriffs. They
Sheriff's
gotta-
deputies.
Yeah.
You don't think they got any jurisdiction?
In the sheriff's department. Some research I did a while back said that the sheriff is the highest, the county sheriff. Those are county people, right?
Yes. There's no other sheriffs.
Okay. I don't know a lot of localities people, I don't know what they call them. They're what they call them. But
What do you mean? Every county has a sheriff. They
Yeah.
call it sheriff. Every county, every locality in America has a sheriff. Every county. But
Yeah,
go on.
every county. I'm talking about the local people. I don't know what they call them people or whatever they call it. There's different names than police in different places. So that's all I was thinking
Right. You
about.
got constables, you got this and that, but the sheriff is
Yeah.
the sheriff. It's not a different name in different places. The sheriff is always called the sheriff.
I wasn't talking about the sheriff. I was talking about the local police, whatever they call.
Got you. But we're talking about sheriffs, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
getting at. Yeah, and they have authority over that. Remember, it was something else we saw, and the feds wanted to come in, and the sheriff was like, "No," and they couldn't come in. So I don't know who polices the sheriffs.
I would say the feds. That's what I would say. It would have to be the FBI.
Some reason they not doing nothing.
I mean, it's hard to say they're not doing anything. You know, that's the thing about the feds.
Yeah, they taking too long because shit, all this shit been going on with those motherfuckers for a long time.
Yeah, it's been going over. It's been going on all over the country. You know, the feds have gangs in it.
That's well.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I think it's a lot. It's a lot because it's so entrenched. Like you said, you'd have to get rid of the whole department, and then you're without sheriffs. I'd rather have no sheriffs than bad deputies. I'd rather have none than bad deputies. People running around with a badge and a gun, and they can pull up on you and kill you.
And
so
different
doing a gang.
Different gangs within the
department.
Sheriffs.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Are they beefing? What is there?
I don't think they beef. You know what I mean? You know, then the lady snitched and her life is threatened. They throw rats. It's mafia. They throw dead rats on your porch, stuff like that. Throw it on your car, harass the shit out of them when they start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't come in here and be no clean sheriff when we're out here doing this out there. We don't need you around here out there.
Yeah, because if this been going on like they said that long, you know how much money they making? I was walking around LA and I had a deputy roll up on me. These are our streets, like, what you doing? I'm like, I treated his ass off. I didn't realize they were killing citizens. But I treated his life like, all right, like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck you telling me for? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gang member, are you? Like, I went hard and his partner, they looked at me and they pulled off. They were mad too, like they wanted to shoot me and shit.
Yeah.
Just pulled up on me. This hard, you tell everybody, what the fuck is you talking about?
Right.
You tell who? You know what I mean? All right. Shit. The only person I'm gonna tell is the feds that you rode up on me like this, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't say that, but
no.
Yeah, but I thought that was odd. And then I was on my break one time. Sheriffs rolled up on me when I first moved to LA. Guns are blazing, bro. Man, I pulled a gun right to the back of my head, bro. Yep. I'm like, damn, what y'all doing? I'm like, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Officer be like, really? I'm like, damn, this is traffic self. I'm shirt and tie and everything, like on break. Like, I'm like, you motherfuckers. That's what I said. I was fresh out the shot in. Like, god damn, y'all. I'm like, shit.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. I said, y'all ain't never seen a black man before. And I forgot what they stopped me for. They ain't even write me no ticket or nothing. So yeah, man. Yeah. They try to figure out, you know what I mean, who probably ain't got nobody. Yeah.
You was a Jamaican in the Jamaican gang.
Yeah, some sort of low key. Yeah, don't have fans. Yeah, we could get better. I don't know my right.
You came right out there speaking regular English. They like,
using words they couldn't process.
Yeah, they like, oh shit, just not the guy.
Yeah. They'll talk shit, but they won't kill you. Remember they railroaded the mayor of Compton. In Compton. Yep, black woman. Pulled her over, harassed her. Yeah, we ran the tape on here in one of them shows. Her baby daddy was in there. He was in the passenger seat holding the babies, and she had the baby with her, and they frisked her and everything. It was just like that movie Training Day. Rubbed her up. I don't know if they did all that, but that's what it was. You know what I mean? The mayor, bro. She was the mayor of Compton.
They don't respect Compton.
No, like you said, they sheriffs. They don't respect, like you said, it. You know what I mean? I don't believe they got authority over the feds, though. I mean, at the end of the day, the feds will move in with the National Guard and a bunch of Gatling guns and, kill them one by one. They'd kill them all if they had to.
They might need to do that. Take over that whole thing. Get rid of those people, man. They're tyrants. They're thugs. And y'all give them badges, and they're thugs.
And Self, I never know what their role is. So, like, okay, Cook County has sheriffs. You see them, they're hanging around the jails, you know what I mean? They're at the courts, you know, they're doing what sheriffs and deputies do. These guys, they be rolling around, bro. I'm like, can he pull you over and give you a ticket? Like, yeah, they be rolling around like that. And I'm like, well, who's got authority? Like,
Right.
yeah, like what the hell's going on?
That's different than here.
Yeah, it's different, right?
They can. I think they can do that
I mean, if they see
technically,
you
but they
shooting at
don't.
somebody, yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't think they writing you no ticket for doing a U-turn.
No, they ain't on patrol.
Right. They be on patrol, Self. Yes, they be on patrol. Like gang units. I ain't never really seen them messing with cars, but you know what I mean? Yeah, they up to shenanigans, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tyranny.
I mean, that
Hands
yeah.
down. We on their ass. Small ups to the
No.
and I'm out here.
So I can say no fucking ups for them at all.
All right, let's move on, y'all. Electric universe theory, y'all. EUT. Phone lines are open. You can call, text. Demon time. There's no pink crime like demon time. Self. Big ups to KTLA. Fair use.
Ready?
Yeah. Demon time.
Wait a minute. This thing is tripping.
Yeah, it's always a delay. The simulation is degrading.
Something I did. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's doing this between every video now. So.
Demon.
Now, 10 people living in a Long Beach condo complex, they are living in fear of a neighbor tonight. They say he's been terrorizing them for months. The neighbors say the man repeatedly threatens them and has smashed some of their windows.
Can you imagine if the regulators lived in
no
this
other
building?
choice but to move out.
Just watch this and
Sarah
imagine
Wells
if the
joining us live
regulators
from Long
were
Beach tonight with more on that. Sarah?
Hi, Rick and Corinne. Well, many of
Circa
the people own their
1989.
units, so it's not so easy to move, and they otherwise like it in this quiet neighborhood. Still, many are scared, and they are fearful what this man might be capable of. He's on video repeatedly smashing windows and screaming and yelling at people.
We'll hear him screaming in the middle of the night pretty regularly. It's really terrifying to a lot of the residents who live here.
They're terrified of this man, their neighbor.
He's threatened us a bunch of times. It's just like a really toxic environment.
This is his unit.
Desi Ambrozak told us the man with the cardboard covering his windows has owned this unit in the complex on Gladys Avenue for 20 years, but moved back last year. And since then,
Once or twice a month, he will just come out of his apartment, break somebody's windows, and go back inside. His windows have been broken out for a very long time now. He has these episodes where he screams and he breaks people's windows.
he's also on camera smashing car windows and urinating in the public courtyard. The latest window smashing happened this past weekend. An elderly woman told us she carries a taser whenever she leaves her unit.
He ain't black, that's for sure.
Back, try to get in her apartment. They don't feel safe going to get their mail. They don't feel safe taking their trash out. They feel like they're constantly on guard.
3 people have moved because of the constant stress. Dave Lugo is the latest to pack up. The final straw?
I think when he was like messing around with his pants.
He's actually talked about how he's been to prison before.
The neighbors say police have been called several times.
They've actually been very responsive. As far as I know, their hands have been tied.
And the man always returns. And Brozak told us 2 people now have restraining orders against the man, but still worry his erratic behavior will escalate to someone getting hurt.
At the end of the day, I don't think anybody is going to feel safe until he's gone.
And there's about 16 units in this complex. The man didn't appear to be home today. Some of the homeowners told us the HOA, the Homeowners Association, is looking into what legal remedies it may have. As neighbors tell us, the police continue to follow the situation. One man who was moving out today told us he is relieved, but he feels badly for the people who still have to live here, saying no one should have to live.
And we could have parlayed that into free rent for the rest of our stay on campus. They'd have been so happy. That guy would have, boy, he would, the last thing he would have wanted to
He
do
would
was
have
come around
regretted the
and,
day.
oh, he'd have regretted the day. What do you mean cardboard on his windows? Regulators would have been in there chilling. You know what I mean? What do you mean? You know what I mean? I don't care about him being in prison and all that. You know?
Man, gonna beat the
Oh,
brakes off that dude. He would have got.
yeah.
Yeah. It would have been a problem for him.
Yeah, it would have been an easy fix. Like, you know,
Yep.
people moving out. It's a shame, man. Like, and I'm thinking, like, they don't have no Pookies in their family. But see, that's how you catch cases, though. And shame on the police, because I got a feeling if this guy was some sort of copper colored, they'd figure out a way to have him in jail by now.
Well, I mean, all these videos. I mean, what's really going on? I mean, because you live someplace and you
Not just
own
videos, a bunch of
unit.
witnesses who are willing to come
Yeah,
forward and
I'm
say,
just,
I saw him do this and I saw him do that.
Why has there not been an arrest or multiple arrests and him paying for the property he's broken?
Or him thrown in against his will into some sort of 5150 type of situation, where they can, take him away.
Yeah, because something wrong, and it's him. He started with his own windows, and
what we on Mouthpiece included, I found a way to blame white America for Nicole Brown Simpson's murder. And and the reason I blame white America for it is that if OJ is guilty, they let these guys get away with certain things. So if you remember, we was on the yard like somebody should do something about this before somebody gets themselves murdered. Remember?
Yeah.
But the university knows what's going on, but they look the other way as long as nobody's getting seriously hurt and the stadium's filled every week and people are making money. University never cared about the other little copper-colored students if you're not an athlete. You know what I mean?
In fact, they'd kick you out.
Yeah, and even some of the girls would complain that maybe some things were happening that was questionable before the Me Too movement era, and these guys were still. Now, I'm not just talking about our campus. I'm not pointing any fingers, but and not just colors, just athletes in general. Right now, though, years later, OJ's been getting away with it. You know what I mean? They've been giving him cocaine his whole life. Never made him read a book when he was in school. He was in LD classes. It's bigger Thomas out there. Nobody cared about him is what I'm saying. And so it's white America's fault. Forgot why I went on this tangent. But I do love, and I be having these intellectual conversations with white people. You're upset, but once you're not emotional and you start using your logic, you realize, OJ is a product of white America. Black people, I'd be like, black people rejected him. Don't you remember? Yeah. You know what I mean? We were rejecting all of you. And this guy stood with you guys. Oh, no, I don't let them rewrite history. I'll be on their ass. You know what I mean? You guys let these guys run around. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let me, do all that to the white girl, but he was an athlete and you guys were okay with it. That's what you did.
After that, he was an actor. He was on TV.
Yeah, commercials and everything.
I was talking with Beware yesterday, and I was like, man, this dude had 2,000 yards in 12 games.
It wasn't 12. It was 14.
14. Okay. I thought it was 12. It's
but
14,
still,
though.
But
it ain't
still.
16. Right.
Man.
Right.
Man.
Right. And I also said that I didn't really remember any of that. I just remembered him.
Well, that's what I said.
Jumping on the thing through the airport, running
because
through the
we
airport.
didn't really get to enjoy his prime where we respected it. And that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's the truth. And, he got 2,000 yards in 14 games.
Yeah. He was juice. They said he was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. We talking about cover of Ebony. Before all that came when the brothers, and that's what it was. They was trying to get the Michael Jordan of the time to stand with them. You know what I mean? And Juice is like, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm OJ. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. That murder is a product of white America. They should have got somebody in there to talk to him when that was going on. They liked it. Next thing you know, he allegedly, kills 2 of them, double homicide, and beats it. But pink crime, I don't know where I was going with that, but that's definitely pink crime.
He definitely beat it.
Yeah, that's definitely pink crime, though, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
The one we just saw, Demon Time. Was that Demon Time? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, y'all.
Definitely.
Yeah. Electric universe theory unpacked. We had some hubbub in the thing. Yoda Santos de la Rosa. And Charles said, I can't read it because this little emoji is in the way. They wouldn't do it with the mayor of Dalton. She gangster. We were talking about one of the mayors or something.
Yeah, because sheriff. You said the sheriff's account that did the mayor.
She'd be in cahoots with him. She'd be running it. Right. No, they wouldn't do it to her. Because she got a gangster, she'd have had her gangster Dalton PD with her too. They ain't gonna be able to roll it. No. The mayor, that's the mayor accountant rolling around with no police detail with her. Got her baby and you know what I mean? Man, you got a police detail, you the mayor accountant. Ain't nobody rolling up on me like that, Self.
No.
Not her fault though. I'm not gonna victim blame her.
She might be trying to save for the budget, you know what I mean? But shit, you gotta protect yourself.
Man, and the baby was with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was on YouTube. I think they had got a hold of the body camera and all that. And then I think she sued him and then they swept it under the rug. They'll sweep that under the rug. All right, so y'all know the topic. Let me go ahead and give the dome teaser so we can get this thing on the road. All right, here we go, Self. Today's riddle. I'm gonna put it in the chat so you can see it. What is it? What? All right, there it is. I make two people out of one. What am I? I make two people out of one. What am I? All right, you guys got some time to matriculate. Enough of the appetizers out there, Chef.
Let's feed the self-love nation's thirst. Quench the thirst.
All right, y'all, let's get it. All right, so I just thought it'd be good for us to start with mainstream gravity, talk about the origins of this whole electric universe theory and its roots. So now we all kind of know the theory of gravity. You had Newton and then you had Einstein, and then they viewed they went to view the eclipse and they saw, the light, the curvature in the light, and it proved that gravity was that something that Einstein was saying was gravity, was causing, the curvature in time and space. Why is dark matter required to explain gravity?
Because gravity doesn't quite operate according to the mathematics.
Yeah, that's right. The math ain't math. Go ahead.
So they need something.
Math ain't math.
Something to fudge the numbers so that it becomes what they wanted.
Uh-huh.
And it's dark matter. It's something that they, to my knowledge, have not proven.
So if this was forensic accounting, so if this would be cooking the books, no? Or because it's science, it's okay?
I mean, to a certain degree, it is, because you can't account strictly from the numbers. It's something that doesn't quite follow. It's a unknown value. And it could be there. I mean, it's something there, but I don't know that I don't think that gravity, you can even say gravity without it. So the gravity theory is not proven because it needs that.
Me and this brother were having a fascinating conversation pre-show. What were we talking about? Shit, not gravity. Damn, I hate when I do that because something you just said that made me want to just comment. But I guess we'll get back to it. We were talking about something pre-show, bro. Oh man, well, yeah, I'll come up with it. But yeah, so facts. The math wasn't mathing, and so we've been looking for dark energy and trying to prove its existence, going all the way deep down
to
under the
prove
earth.
gravity.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. And it's not even. It really, in my mind, won't even be proving gravity. It would just be you just be finding. You could be proving the electric universe theory, which we'll get there soon. I mean, by finding that, because they have the proponents of that theory have an explanation for that 95% of essence that nobody really knows what it is.
Plasma.
Right, 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 right. Who first postulated the electric universe theory?
Who that? What's his name?
Yeah, you're talking about the dude from like the 1700s.
No, he's
from. It was one of them way back in the day. First was talking about it, but then there's.
I was talking about the one that's more
recent.
Yeah,
like around Einstein's time.
37. I think that's when he said it in 1937.
Clark Maxwell, James Clark Maxwell. Yeah, because that dude you're talking about, I think Albert Einstein and James Clark Maxwell, because Einstein started looking into it because he was trying to find an answer too.
Right.
And this dude, James Clark Maxwell, is a creationist self. He's a creationist. He believes in God.
Right. Yeah.
So that'll discount him by mainstream science.
Yeah.
He's discounted if he believes in God. Because, you can't prove. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So we were talking about the sham of the moonwalk.
Right.
Right. And so what scientists have told us, and we know scientists, y'all, we know real scientists, what they've told us, and they've come on the show and told us, what makes science is that whatever experiment you did has to be able to be repeatable by anyone at any time. Now, they couldn't repeat the moon sham because we lost the what?
Lost the data.
We lost the data, Self.
They forgot how to get there.
So in theory, had we turned that data over to just say India or China or Russia, right? One of these advanced, or even London, England, right? They should have been able to what?
Replicate it.
Matriculate to the moon. They should have been able to matriculate to the moon with the data if they had the data, or else it's not science.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I wonder if the data was determined by where they took off from.
But
they could adjust.
They could have, yes.
To redo the science.
Or they could have asked America, maybe not Russia or China, but some of the friendly nations could have said, can we launch from Cape Canaveral? You know what I mean? Would you do us a favor?
I mean, they in space, they ain't fighting. The motherfuckers be on the same fucking flights to space.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah. So, I mean,
All right. We got off topic. But I just wanted to say, if that's what they say to us, it should be something that's repeatable. You know what I mean? And so when they were trying to repeat the gravity science, the math wasn't math.
Yeah, even if that is a thing, space.
Yeah.
Like they told us it is, but.
Well, as we get into this concept and as above, so below self, the way they're explaining EUT, it's sounding like the structure of the human body, the capillaries, the veins. Yes. Then you keep getting at the arteries. Yeah.
And
God body.
More than that, the nerves, the way the whole nerve system is all set up. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
And it's all electrical and you,
magnetic. I think it's more magnetic.
Magnetic too. And then you got the electrons doing that spooky action from a distance and that quantum entanglement. You know what I mean?
All that shit that they need for Einstein's theories to be real.
Speaking of Einstein was never wrong. What do you say about that comment? Einstein was never wrong. People talk about him like his shit didn't stink.
I'd say that you'd be a fool to say that scientists at a very good level didn't fail. I mean, that would be stupid to say.
Right.
So, and all of his theories have not been proven. I mean, he needs gravity. He needs gravity with some dark matter or whatever that he didn't fully discover to explain some of his stuff, because gravity is heavily a part of it.
He was into all this plasma and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
he got involved.
Yeah, but because he needed something to explain the missed shit from
You are so right.
Yes.
Me and you have discussed gravity before, man. And I remember as a kid when they were trying to ram that down my throat, that drop dead gorgeous William H. Rain, you know, the home of quality indoctrination.
Yes.
High level.
Yes. You're gonna drop a bowling ball and a feather, and they're gonna fall at the same.
No.
Yeah, that's some stupid.
Not the feather. The feather had wind resistance. It wasn't a bowling ball. It could be like a bowling ball and a golf ball, or bowling ball and a marble. Man. It wasn't a feather. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We were smart in you guys. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I didn't believe it when they said that.
No, the feather has wind resistance. The feather's not going to fall as fast as the bowling.
They said in a vacuum.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, yes, they did say in a vacuum. It's different. Yeah, they did say that. All right, you guys might have been learning some shit over there. You know what I mean?
I didn't go to the regular schools when I was really young.
Yeah,
so
you got.
I had my own curriculum. So yeah,
hey,
I didn't get the indoctrination force fed. You know, for the most part.
I was listening to Ace on the other show. I'm like, man, Leo, when did Ace go to grade school? I'm like, because most people have gotten their foundation before they even get to high school.
Yeah,
most people
too.
Yeah.
What you mean? If you have your foundation before you get to high school, so
because if you don't, you one of them kids sitting there like,
you in a different,
you in trouble.
You like, oh man, what the fuck is they talking about?
Yeah, you in trouble.
Yeah,
because you wasn't paying attention each semester along, or you didn't catch something, and they just kept pushing you through like they was doing OJ. You know what I mean? But they wasn't doing that at certain schools. If you was, like I said, if you was at a high level indoctrination school, they'll sit you back or talk to your family about putting you in there with the slower kids. Oh, they'll sift you out of there. Nobody had time for that. Tell your mommy's just sitting there with his lips poked out all day, and we're trying to get him to, do other things, and he's just sitting there. And that desk could be used for somebody else. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
The schools I went to early, when I went back to regular schools, I knew all the answers. I was just like,
man. So when I got to Eisenhower, I was like 6 semesters ahead of everybody. I'm like, you guys are still. That was the honors track freshman. I'm like, oh my God, I was doing this in the 7th grade. You know what I mean?
So I mean, I knew all of that shit.
Yeah. At least you were familiar with it. You wasn't. You know what I mean?
I knew it.
Yeah.
Literally, I had already had
educated. Your mom.
Math teacher. Never taught me math, though, ironically.
That's interesting.
Ain't that something?
Math degree like Brother Daniels, huh? From U of I.
Yep, she got a math degree from, math and second in Spanish.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Y'all know how the story goes. Today, we're unpacking the electric universe theory. Spoke a little bit about it, but you know how we do. We're going to expand the conversation in the second half. We got some really great videos need you to check out. The edutainment. Gonna rearrange it. And y'all know how it go. We'll be right back at you.
And it bows to his will. Nothing is as rebellious as the white man. Everything that God says thou shalt not do, the white man says, gee whiz, buddy, it's all right. Come on, try it. You like it, baby. It's okay. Gee whiz, you guys are too rigid. You only live once, man. Come on. You know that Chuck talks like that. I'm talking about Bob. I'm talking about Bill. I'm talking about Larry. You know the guys I'm talking about. Now, sister, you acting like you don't know them. That's why we don't allow no white folks in here. Because if we had white folks in here, you'd be looking all behind you and wondering what Bob and Bill and Larry and Susie and Cindy might be thinking.
Brother,
I'm wiping it though. I'm gonna wipe it.
That's
I'm gonna wipe it.
I'm
I'm gonna say, hey.
Tori's oldest brother. Between us, Tori made me at Beta, and so he just wanted to say a few words before we let you go here.
Okay. Yeah,
Brother Thomas, thank you so much for gracing us with your appearance, man. Grateful. You expanded our nation beyond belief. It's just a wonderful thing, and we would like to present you with the Self Luv Show first annual Ernest Lee Thomas Achievement Award.
Oh man,
It's apropos that you are the first recipient.
And Noop, we call it the Raj.
We're gonna call it the Raj.
Oh, I love it. Oh man.
Yeah, so we have it on order. So it's gonna come here. We're gonna show it to the show, and then myself or Tasia deliver it to you or ship it to you from there.
Thank you, brother.
Moses fleeing the people from Pharaoh.
Right, let my people go.
40 years in a desert.
Manna.
Let's talk about what manna truly is. And
Agonoski's in the Middle East right now saying manna is Peter.
Can we put some sensibility to that? Being in the desert, and our Father, the Creator, loves us beyond. He's gonna rain down bread in a desert. Moses summoned the strongest men for them to dig, and that's where the whole term of so it is above, so it is what?
Below.
That means that Moses had the science for them to dig and find water.
Yeah, like the elephants would do.
So what do you find even in a desert when you dig down and find water? Do you find bread or do you find plants?
Important to me is that I think people understand is that our planet is one that's filled with such fear. We have fear of everything. And this is a focal point for fear. When you're dealing with someone coming in through your walls and taking you out of your bedroom to a strange spacecraft and doing things to your body, and it makes you want to go inside and to understand, what is this place? Who are we? Why are we here? What is this happening? Why do some people see the spaceship and others don't? I don't know why. I really think it has to do with us going inside and saying that there's something more going in here than what meets the eye. And we have to go inside ourselves to understand what's going on. There's a self-exploration here that will open up one to other dimensions, other realities, and other possibilities. This place is not about money markets, picket fence, getting a car, and getting the best job. There's a lot more going on here than meets the eye.
And even in this instance, if I could be of service to a 9-year-old girl or a 19-year-old woman or girl who wants to be a woman, is to really remember that self-love is the best way that you can receive love from anybody else, because it's coming from you. A lot of times we forget that. We like look externally for this love. We look externally for this feeling of validation and adoration and approval, and it has to come from within.
Man, I thank you guys for inviting me on. Thank you. Great, very solid. You know, it don't have that low budget movie feel. You know what I'm saying? And we get that a lot in the Black community, for real. Like people look at us to be fuck ups. They look at us to be low budget. They look at us to be ignorant, stuttering, and use a whole bunch of and all of that. But no, they got the real deal on here. That everybody know who Torian Mills is, baby. They know.
Hey, well, bro,
They're so ignorant.
Hey, but this platform's your platform. This platform's my platform. From Inglewood, California to
the
Chicago,
South Shore.
Crazy thing about it.
This platform is
made for you and me.
It's made for you.
The crazy and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I was trying to get out the end of the preamble, but go ahead, bro.
Yes, y'all. Y'all know how the story go.
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is
Self
what we
Love Show.
represent. It's the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show, the Self Love Show. We do it for our people. Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show, it's the Self Love Show. To expose it,
there's no equal. Yes, y'all. 9 Mills.
Love Show, the Self Love Show. You know how the story go. It's the Self Love Show.
Absolute. Y'all know how we say. We're back. Electric Universe Theory. Unpacked. What we're on. Knowledge be born every time. Get on the microphone.
We're gonna rock you to Electric Avenue, and then we take you higher. Wrong button. All right, let's get into it, John. Let's get into it. It's the Self Love Show. All right, Self Love. Big ups to our lovely sponsors. Midwest Festivals present Ancestral Echoes. That's right. Let's get out there. Celebrate. June 28th, that weekend?
Yes. Through the 30th.
Links pinned in the chat. Should be pinned in the chat.
It's in the chat. That's for sure.
Order now. You know, you can pitch you a tent or get a van or camper RV. Van. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
RV. Yeah.
Have it
Blanket.
delivered. Have it delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sleep on a blanket under the sky if you want. Can you? Nobody's recommending that.
No, we definitely would not recommend that. Yeah, you need to.
You know how that goes at charter day. Yeah. You just say just crash here. Yeah.
Somebody probably take you in out there, but I wouldn't plan on that because.
Yeah, I hear you. I wouldn't count on it either. I got the better half with me, so
it's camping. You know what I mean?
It's camping. It's glamping too.
Yeah, that's the part.
Yeah.
And so at least minimally a tent.
Second annual. Let's make it happen.
It's going down.
It's going up. All right, y'all. Let's see here where we at. Show's purpose. We did that. We're in the second half. All right. So let's go ahead and break it down, Self. EUT, the Electric Universe Theory. I mean, kind of a synopsis. What is it doing out there? Like, what are you getting? What's your take on it? This theory in general.
Well, initially, I hadn't even heard of it before.
The term, probably. I'm sure. I think you probably heard the science behind it.
Yeah.
That's how I felt too.
That part.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? And then I looked at it and I'm like, okay. And then the research and stuff that you said made it seem very similar to, I mean, as above, so below, because our bodies are such. And it's why would not the plane be the same?
Well, you know, the wacky conspiracy realist Nikola Tesla, he believed in this. That's how he came up with the whole Tesla coil, and he was looking to give everyone free energy.
Yeah.
Because that's how he came up with the concept that the energy's all over, and that's how he proved it. And even when he did the debunkers on A&E, I forgot what it's called, where they do the science, they prove it made it work.
Yeah, they made it work. I mean, because it works. I mean,
it was a power boat, a motorboat, and they were powering it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and they had that. They had electric stuff working in the early 1900s.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Bro.
Is that what you're trying? No,
they already had the technology.
You're trying to say they were probably doing that when they were making the pyramids and stuff. They knew this.
Yes, they absolutely knew.
They
all
had
this.
to have had the magnetism. You keep saying magnetism and not electricity, which is the same thing. They made electricity once they discovered
it's electromagnetism that they say, but that's really magnetism from my standpoint.
No, it's exactly what it is.
Because the way they do electricity now is very low energy. It's very low. It's holding us down because we're supposed to have free energy. We don't need the means that they're creating this electricity
with the limits.
Yeah, and the just because they can put a meter on it is the only reason it's the case. That's the only reason we have it, because there are better ways. But in the early 1900s, you see a whole lot of electric stuff, and I ain't seen them plugging it up.
The first car was
I don't see no
car.
batteries. Yeah.
You're saying you didn't see no cobalt batteries? They didn't need all that?
No.
No. The first motorcycles was electric, so
yes. All that stuff, bro. And you didn't see them plugging shit up. You didn't have no infrastructure for that. They didn't have infrastructure for that.
That's crazy. And you didn't hear nobody complaining about how we gonna not, you know what I mean, charge it or whatever.
They didn't worry about that. They just get on it and it start up and go. They wasn't using no gasoline, and
they wasn't plugging it in. They had to be plugging it in. Maybe.
Plug it in to what?
That's a good question.
There was no infrastructure for that.
I don't know. The maps ain't mapping. I'm gonna have to do some. I'm gonna have to dig into that, follow that rabbit down that hole, and
look at some technology. It's some early technology. You'd be like,
how are they powered?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you saw the guy moving those heavy stones around in upstate New York, like Buffalo. He's got a whole stone. Yeah, and he's moving it using magnetism.
Yeah.
All right. So EUT challenged conventional cosmology by emphasizing the role of electricity and plasma in shaping our universe. Unlike the standard model, which relies primarily on gravity, the EUT posits that electric currents, magnetic fields, and plasma filaments play a crucial role in cosmic evolution. It suggests that stars, galaxies, and other celestial structures form along interconnected plasma wires, creating a dynamic and electrifying cosmos. So this sounds almost exactly like what the late, great, rest his soul, Dr. Sebi said that he was told from on high before he started doing his healing. This sounds like almost his whole description of the body and the interconnectedness.
Yeah. The quantum theory means there's really no space or distance in between connectedness.
No solid.
And I'm saying that this plane is all interconnected, and some of it is farther away than others.
I mean, I think it's obvious, and I think that's why Sebi allegedly was able to, heal stuff that could not be healed, and that's why Tesla was able to power stuff without conventional means. That's why other people were able to tap into this theory, which has been debunked. We want to throw that out there. I'm surprised YouTube, they haven't put a little fact-checking thing up there. They haven't. They haven't put a little fact-checking thing up there with the Wikipedia attached to it. But allegedly, this has been debunked according to Wi-Files. According to Wi-Files, this has been debunked.
Yeah, Wi-Files is that's yeah.
They got a lot of information though, Self. They give out a lot of
G. They the alphabet gang. And they're not gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you the truth that they want you to believe. About every subject.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what do the proponents of this theory say? I'll start it. Electricity and energy are responsible for almost all cosmic phenomenon. Nikola Tesla, one of the early proponents of this idea, saw energy and electricity as an incompressible fluid, like blood, of constant quantity that could neither be destroyed nor create itself. My God. So he was already talking about perpetual energy.
Yeah. I mean, in energy, the universe is full of energy.
But they came and took all his papers for no reason when he died.
Oh, they took it for a reason.
Well, I mean, if I allege that they took it for some wacky conspiracy reason, people are going to give you a wacky conspiracy theory. So I got to say things like, "Oh, they took it for no reason," under the shroud of secrecy, under the color of night after he died. For absolutely no reason, and we haven't seen the papers that they took.
All this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Then decided what they would give back.
Right. And they could decide what'll be released under Freedom of Information. Because, right, Self? Okay, it could be 1,000 pages. They're like, here's the 800 pages we had up in the history room.
They've never said that they had this stuff. They never said that they had these papers. So
could you imagine if they had us in charge, Self, of releasing it? We get to redact the history. Like if we was keeping a running journal down there at Beta and we could redact, and the university had rights to it after a certain amount of time. And we're going to get you all the papers. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them, you son of a bitch. Yeah, that's all of them. And we redacted. What'd you scratch out there? We redacted it for, campus security.
They gave some of his papers back to his family, but
yeah, they did.
A whole lot they didn't.
Yeah, it's a whole lot they didn't. The ones they wanted, they kept.
Yeah, and stuff that they're using. And we're seeing that get dribbled out. That's why I said,
rat bastards. They could have at least paid his family. All the money we're sending to Ukraine, and that guy's still talking about he has no chance without American help.
He didn't really have much family.
No, he didn't. Some are saying he's an alien.
He didn't. That's what he said. I mean,
a lot of the kids think Elon Musk is Nikola Tesla. The poor kids. And they don't know. Okay, so the theory is suggesting itself that everything in the universe is connected.
Yes.
I think your Rastafaris have been saying this for years.
I mean, and yogis. And,
Christianity kind of says that.
Well, it says that, but it doesn't teach that.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't want you to know it. It doesn't.
It does say that.
You're right.
It don't teach it.
You don't know at all. At all.
Yeah, they just let that go.
So these electric currents are flowing through this plasma. When electrons are emitted from atoms, various phenomena can occur, such as the aurora borealis or the northern lights, which are forms of plasma filaments. Plasma is the most common of the four fundamental states of matter. So you're right, Self. You're 100%. Some say dark matter, others say plasma. I mean, come on, tomatoes, right? I mean, it sounds like they're talking about the same thing, and they're both too smug to, well, I don't know if both are. Mainstream science is too smug to give anybody else any credit with anything that they didn't come up with at their universities. So they keep pimping everybody's kids and charging usurious interest, which is a sin in the Bible. But nobody talks about that. Plasma is the most common of the four fundamental states of matter, the others being solids, liquids, and gases. Yeah. It's formed when ionized gases become electrically conductive, meaning that electrical. You studied some of this. Weren't you double E?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember I got down there. It's like electrical. I'm like electrical engineering. Electrical.
They didn't talk about this. They talked about this electrical shit that they doing that's low vibrational.
Did they?
Yes, that's hurting us.
That's the contained
wires
electrical
and all that stuff
that's
it's running through these walls and all that. It's not ideal for the vehicles that we possess.
It was making no sense to because you're ahead. You know, we were always ahead. It was making no sense. Like, why is this way? Right?
Yeah.
This is the way it is, and you got to get down there and memorize all this.
I pivoted to sound engineering.
It's a lot more freedom there.
Yeah,
I've been
a lot
meeting,
more subjective.
I've been meeting so many people in the business out here doing that. Yeah, I need to start, linking y'all up because it's, you know what I mean. It's a lot of work out here too. Yeah. All right. The structure of the universe. The key premise of EUT is that electricity is not only present in space, but common. And this causes plasma to self-organize into wire-like structures, which then creates magnetic fields out there. And that's what some people are calling gravity. That then leads to the structure of the cosmos, meaning electromagnetism is key to what we see when we look up at night, with gravity only contributing a small amount. So this theory doesn't discount gravity, Self. It's calculating gravity and it's math.
Yeah.
So people like to write away, oh, you don't believe in gravity. You know what I mean? You're stupid.
I don't believe in gravity like they do. I don't think about it in the same way. So
you don't think of it as separate. You think of it as electromagnetism.
Yeah.
Right?
Period. Wouldn't call it gravity per se. But
because I could and then get that going and then stick something on there and it'll stick. Is that gravity or is that you know what I mean? Static electricity out there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, I'm not a scientist. I'm just a wacky conspiracy theorist. You know what I mean?
Conspiracy realist.
Yeah, well, they don't want to talk to us because, we don't talk in there. Well, me. I don't use their terms and, those terms that confuse everybody. That's why I be liking the fish on Wi-Fi's, man. That motherfucker, hey, dude, to say something, that fish be like, now, explain it to me again as though I have no idea anything you're talking about. And then the dude will do it. He'll put it in layman's terms and he'll be like, was that so hard? You know what I'm saying? And the professors could just do that first before they get into all the mumbo jumbo.
No, they don't want you to know what's going on.
They don't want you to know what's going on. You kids think we're just, there's a lot of truth when we're having fun. Tesla's groundbreaking experiments with electric currents in vacuum tubes led to the invention of the plasma ball, now known as the Tesla coil. These experiments propelled the understanding of electric phenomenon and their potential applications. The Torella experiment itself, we're still covering you guys, the proponents. We're making a case for EUT. These were undertaken to support EUT, the Torella experiments. They involve creating a small magnetized ball known as a Torella in a vacuum chamber and observing the interaction of an electrically charged particle beam with the magnetic field of the Torella. So they're hitting the magnetic field with the laser beam, basically. Just having fun. You know what I mean? I'd have been doing all this at Ray School if they'd have gave me the equipment. No, you can't do that. Why? You know, because you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? No, point that right there. Point there. See what happens.
They didn't know what they was doing. They made
Exactly.
a theory. And
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's do it again. Let the
Take the
kids have
data.
fun. Yeah, they should have the kids have fun. But they said your boy Elon now, they don't just hire scientists. Isn't this something we talked about in college? I know we did. He's actually hiring like philosophers. I need to tell Brother Newman this. He's hiring people, artists, musicians, to take a look at some of these things.
Hey, I suspect, and allegedly, I think that man has a Neuralink.
I think he does too. And it's working. I saw a thing on YouTube. They got the tech, like you've been saying. That at Stanford, they were showing it. My man he was just surfing the whole internet with his mind, and they were showing on the screen as he was typing it up. You know what I mean? Like what he was saying. So yeah. If that guy has it, if that kid at MIT, it was MIT or Stanford, I think it was MIT. If that kid at MIT has that, then yeah, I think the other guy has it too, allegedly, in our opinion. That can help you process out there. If you was a quarterback.
I mean, if you're anything in any field.
Imagine if you get a quarterback.
All this information that doesn't bog you down. You got to think about it, whatever. Information.
You see what I'm saying?
When this happens, 97% of the time, this is open.
But then everybody's using Neural. The cornerback is using it. The safety is using it. So I guess it all levels out.
Still,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's in hands.
No, I'm not doing that. Maybe for the sports people, the athletes and actors that sell their soul anyway. They want entertainers. Then they can do that. But
rappers.
I'm a performer, entertainer, but I'm not gonna do that. Saying those that want to sell their soul anyway, they can do that.
Now listen to this. This blew my mind. Lab simulations. The self-organizing nature of plasma can result in huge wires, they put that in quotes, that can be light years long, but which aren't too different from what we can create in a well-stocked physics lab. Light years, infinite.
Well, if they're saying the plane is infinite, then if it's all connected, then they'd have to be light years.
Damn.
There's no way around that.
Sounds like a lot like, and it sounds like it's getting a little string theory in here too.
I mean, that's all encompassed to the same thing. I mean, that's why I said it ain't no real distance because everything's connected.
Crazy.
So
you're saying that's like the distance between your big toe and the top of your head.
Yeah, I mean,
there's distance,
it's even,
but it's all connected by the main artery,
right? But it's automatic. That's why
it's instant. The information is instant. It's right. I think it's instant going through your body, though.
Right, but it's connected because it's connected. Everything's connected. It's instant, so it's like it's no distance. And this man satisfies a lot of
similar though
curiosity that
similar though self. Like how long do you think it'll take if I hit your toe with a needle before your brain processes it?
There is a time. It ain't instant. But to
I think you'd feel it before I even hit you.
It's possible. I mean, the reaction time, because there's a reaction time.
Yeah, especially you. You know what I mean? You're spirit ahead of the game, and we've processed a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Out of physical stimulation. Okay, so plasmoids are like a natural battery, capable of storing huge amounts of energy and creating spectacular phenomenon when that energy discharges quickly. On a large scale, plasmoids may power quasar formation and jets from galaxy cores. It is thought that plasmoids are the basis of ball lightning. Pulsars might also be the result of a natural occurrence in space, similar to a transmission line failure, as suggested by Healy and Perret. The Thunderbirds project, this is the last one, headed by Wallace, Thornhill, David, sounds like a law firm, and David Talbot. This project has been instrumental in raising awareness and fostering understanding of the model. So you guys check out the Thunderbolts project. All right. And quickly, Self, let's just kind of run through the ops. And from what I got, the ops
Parent was the name, the first name I was looking for.
That you were trying to think of.
Yeah, Parent.
Okay. That's French.
First one that said something. And then came into later on finding more proof of it. In 80s, they really came up with a name for it. Prior to that, there wasn't really a name for it.
Well, when I was looking for what the opposers of this say, Self, the one thing I find, and it's something you and I knew intrinsically, the opposition is always just a bunch of smug responses from the mainstream that isn't really based, if you unpeel the layers, it's not ever really based in fact. It's just based in
well the whole thing. It's based on gravity, but not quite gravity, because it's something that they can't really explain that it needs for gravity to satisfy the math.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know,
we got to find the God part.
Don't want to accept what.
Yeah. We don't believe in God, but we're looking for the God particle.
They're looking for the first particle. They're not looking for the God particle. I mean, that's what people are calling it or whatever, but those people ain't. Those people are looking, you know, try to extend their existence here because they don't have souls.
You know, I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with it. Many of them don't have souls. Yeah, there are many of them with souls, but you are so right. I've come across so many of them. Yes. And they can't harm a person like you, you know, and they're engaged by you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You always teach them something, always, because they don't have a soul. Traditional scientific, now, what they say is this, what the lamestream is saying, one of the biggest things I keep finding is they're saying that this theory lacks mathematic rigor. The same lack of mathematic rigor.
Man, that they come with this freaky stuff at a distance.
At the distance. Spooky action at a distance. Talk about a CIA.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But this has got some, the math ain't mathing. No, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. It must be some dark matter that we can't calculate.
Right, so right. You know, I ain't no scientist or whatever, but I know magnetics has got a lot to going on. There's magnetic fields are dealing some pull and some things that they might call gravity, including the dark matter.
Yeah, but they're claiming that this theory doesn't emphasize mathematics, and critics argue that without robust mathematical foundation, the EUT lacks the precision needed to explain complex phenomena.
I get you. I mean, I hear you. So how I feel about the gravity theory.
I feel the same way. It never made sense to me. It never made sense to me because I always felt like I should have had something revolving around me. Do you know what I mean? They showed that on, I think it was Family Guy. Peter got so fat. That motherfucker Brian was like, "Look at you! You got your own orbit." And that motherfucker start putting stuff around him and golf ball went around. Put a TV stuff. He had all types of shit going around him. Big fat ass. And you got your own orbit, Peter. Peter was in denial and shit. But that was my point, though, Self. We should have things orbiting around us, and we probably do. That you probably can't see them. Plasma. It's got to be plasma or something orbiting around it.
I mean, plasma, pretty much in everything. It's
Well, that's the God particle. They say it goes through everything. They say the God particle can go through anything.
I don't. They don't know anything about God, so they can't tell me about a particle. So,
well, we've been trying to tell them that God is in everything. Yeah. 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 You know what I mean? And we try to tell them just like our skin is porous and things go in and out, as above, so below. I mean, but
I mean, most of the atoms are 90% empty. So our perception in this simulation is that we're solid, that walls are solid, all this shit. None of this stuff is solid.
So are we in a low vibrational simulation?
It is multidimensional and has the ability to go as low as the spirit that.
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty slow if these things are solid. So,
well, no, everything had to slow down. This is all light, and light had to slow down to become a period of solid. It's the masterful simulation.
all right. So now they said that this theory cherry picks phenomenon. The EUT has let me see. Shit. Okay. It has gained support from notable scientists, but it remains largely dismissed by the scientific mainstream. Some critics claim that the theory selectively focuses on individual phenomenon while failing to provide a comprehensive view of the entire universe. What? Is it God? It's essential to consider the broader context. So the way gravity focuses on. Well, go ahead.
Well, I know they have a big problem with because it wants to eliminate the Big Bang. It wants to eliminate a lot of fundamental things that come along with the gravity.
Ass.
They come with the gravity.
In the Big Bang. It never
I'm just saying they're fundamental to gravity.
I know
that the universe
is
moving. The universe is moving and it's spreading apart and doing all of that. It's
fast and faster.
That's what it's opposing. That's why they are so
fast and faster.
Yes, and that's why they're so against it. And to me, it makes way more sense than that. That it's not static, it's not growing out. Because I can't understand how you can see the same stars and
that's what I was
where
going
they're
to
going to be and all of that.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
All growing and flying farther apart.
In theory, in 1 trillion years, Earth should be alone, and you shouldn't be able to see any stars. Right? You shouldn't be able to see any other planets. Right? At some point. If what they're saying, everything's growing apart from itself fast and fast and fast, at some point we should be in complete darkness.
No, because they're saying we're attached to the star. So our solar system should theoretically, according to them, be. But still,
but they still say that we're getting.
We see all kinds of shit outside of our fucking local solar system. That's controlled by the sun.
But then they explain more gravity. But they're
saying
gravity is tethering.
No, it ain't gravity. It's more like I think this makes more sense.
I'm not gonna argue. Makes more sense with me.
Yeah, it's like our organs and all our body is connected. The whole thing
is connected.
And as above, so below. Like everything inside a cell membrane is all connected and knows what's going on with it.
That's right. Yeah. If you look at a leaf, right, it's got these little veins in it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's right. That's right. You'll see the structure.
Now know that goes to a branch that's connected to the tree that's doing that underground with the root system.
That's right.
And connected with other trees. That's something
and other organisms. Mushrooms are connected with these roots and are giving these trees life. Yes. Not mushrooms, but mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms and them back and forth.
Yeah. Vice versa. Yeah. Now, this theory has gained support from notable scientists. We said that The EUT stands in stark contrast with established scientific principles. Black holes, dark matter, and dark energy, integral components of the standard model, are rejected by EUT. So,
yes, that's what I mean. That's the whole point of them saying.
But they claim they've seen
blah, blah, blah.
the proof of black holes, the evidence. That's what they say. They do. They say they happen to look up, and there it was.
Okay, so all right. My knowledge on black hole is that it's open and it consumes and it keeps consuming and it keeps.
It's a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Why hasn't it got so big? Why hasn't it just took everything in? It says that it's the heaviest gravity and it compresses something to the smallest and the most compressed it can be.
And there's multiple of them.
Yeah, and why doesn't it take over everything if that's the case?
Because of God's glory.
Yeah, well, that math ain't mathing
right
on that, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. I feel you. I feel you. Dark matter, dark energy, are rejected. The Big Bang Theory. I didn't know this until you said it. The Big Bang Theory is dismissed.
Yes.
Einstein's theories of relativity are labeled as laughable fiction.
Yes.
What? The theory of relativity? Oh, come on, Self. Now
I said that. I think I said it last week or something.
You did. E equals MC squared. Yeah,
yeah, it was about gravity, and it ain't.
Yeah. I know they just ran that across me. E equals MC squared, and they told me it was brilliant. I'm like, what's it all mean?
I was doing some research, and Tesla thought that Einstein was an idiot.
Of course he did. I'm gonna tell you something. Tesla was probably autistic, high up on autistic. Einstein was more social.
He was the spectrum, and Einstein wasn't social either.
Well, he had marriages and family and
he was
kids,
unkempt and
no, it's because he'd be into his math, but he was a C student in college because he was partying and working and stuff like that. I'm just saying, a guy like Nikola Tesla.
No, he was like, a woman is unnecessary because she's just going to take from your energy. I mean, literally, that's what he would say.
That's all autism.
Children and all of that. I said,
and I've heard autism.
And I said he was the spectrum, is what I said. You said he was on the spectrum. No, he was on.
And let me say this: people high on the spectrum. I know you say he is a spectrum. People high on the spectrum, they tend to call people idiots too. Oh yeah, they call people idiots. Yeah, they don't have a tolerance for that. I'd love to get someone high on the spectrum. That'd be a great reality show. Yeah, him roommates with toe fingers, and have him riding around with toe fingers in the city. Somebody high on the toe fingers, Corch. Have him riding around with him. They'd be roommates. Self. What would happen if you put a genius who's high on the spectrum with a complete monkey? You know what I mean, Self? That'd be a great reality show. I'd watch it.
It could be his retirement, so he could go right into that. And
I'd watch it.
This show could be his retirement.
I'd watch it. You're a moron. That guy, you know what I mean? The autistic one. He's an idiot. He'd be telling everybody who walked up, he's dumb. You know what I mean? That'd be great. You know, autistic people are. He'd open his mouth and say something that somebody look at Coach. He'd be like, yeah, he's an idiot. That's how they are. They're like, yeah, he's the dumbest guy I ever met. And they mean it too. Gotta make that happen. Big ups to all the autistic. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So black holes, Big Bang Theory is laughable fiction. Astronomers who adhere to the standard model find these contradictions challenging to accept. Pseudo-skepticism and misunderstanding. The electric universe theory has faced criticism from both skeptics and pseudo-skeptics. Pseudo-skeptic stuff? I didn't even know there was such a term. Pseudo-skeptic. I want to be a pseudo-skeptic. I'm a skeptic now, but how do you get to be a pseudo-skeptic?
You're not really a skeptic. You're a misleader. I don't know. I'm just filling it out. You're a pseudo skeptic because you know it's true information. You're providing misinformation.
Ah, boy, I tell you, this Gen Z and these millennials with these times.
Man,
Oh man, these times.
man.
It keeps my brain firing trying to keep up.
And just your pronouns has got me all
Yes.
screwed up. Like, what? Wait a minute. What's your name? Maybe I just address you by your name.
There's a whole major for that now, Self. Gender studies. Yes, at major universities.
Yeah, and it's some clown stuff because there are people that's not genderly challenged teaching. I guarantee it. Because
Well,
African studies, African American studies.
Hey, it finally happened. A man
Boy.
got I think he was a homeless type dude, pink guy, out here in Cali somewhere. Kept going into the women's bathroom. That's right. Regular looking man, disheveled, dirty. You know what I mean? Probably smelled like liquor or whatever. Damn it. And he kept telling him he identifies as what self?
A woman.
Yeah.
Went in there like, I feel pretty today.
Yeah, he's got a lawsuit.
And they're shaving.
Yeah, he's got a lawsuit pending, like an appeal and all that, because they haven't thought this all the way through.
Man, no. You got a wee, you go into the man's.
I mean, does he have to walk in there like this? And even if he does that, I mean,
no,
he's
got to go into the
right. Do you want that guy in there with your daughter? As soon as he gets in there, he's like, hey.
I do not.
You know what I mean?
I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the cops agree with you. They arrested him, but now it's going to court. You know what I mean? And he legally though, I stand with him.
I don't.
Now, what they need to do, like you said, Self, is be like, listen, if there's no gender neutral one, there's no one that you identify with, you have to go with one with the organ that you have. Now, if you've had the surgery, I'll give you that. You had the surgery. Right?
That's what I mean. If you got a wee, then you need to go in the men's.
Now, if you went there and you had it snipped, we're okay with that. Right? You can go in the women's. If you had it snipped off.
I'd feel better.
You went and got yourself Lorena Bobbitt it. You'd be okay with that.
I'd feel better about that. I mean, at least you made commitment. You're not in there, I'm not sure what you're gonna do. You're just not just a transvestite.
I know. I agree.
Or somebody dressing like a woman to take on take advantage of women and be in there looking like she's peeing. Because there's weirdos out here, bro.
Well, that's what this dude was. And that's his defense, though. His defense is, identified as a woman.
Yeah, his defense, he needs a regulator defense. It didn't work against regulators out there. We gave him the proper send off, and he would not have been back.
We'd hear him out. He had respect for his little defense, but
and
he still would have
him
to
the
get
proper send off.
Get his medicine. Now pull yourself together.
Yeah,
pull yourself together.
You all right? Hey, bro, I looked at today. I just realized the video with me doing the more growth and development platform.
Yeah,
man, it's like half this beard now, bro. It's like
because you ain't cut it heavy
a minute ago. I mean, I'm trimming a little bit, but I'm trying not to do too much because this up here don't like to. It doesn't want to cooperate right up in here. So I've been.
You need some flaxseed oil and some deer antler spray.
No, I'm not doing no deer antler spray.
Yeah, spray that right up the
No, that's gonna make it. That's helped with this already because it was for some trying not to get my hips replaced. And
now
antler spray didn't help.
Some opponents resort to ad hominem attacks, misunderstanding, misrepresentation, and labeling the theory as pseudoscience. This is what they did on Wi-Fi. I was shocked. I told you I sniffed through them a couple times. So if I'd be putting in there, yeah, you're probably a spook. I'd be in the chats telling them that. Yeah, it'd be funny if you're a spook. Yeah. I get no likes, and I do that. Find that weird too. You know what I mean? Yeah. However, genuine scientific discourse should focus on evidence and rigorous analysis rather than personal attacks. And isn't that what we were trying to tell the guys when we were having these debates?
We'll say this. If there are personal attacks, then you know there's no facts to dismiss what we're saying. That's all it is. If you that's a last resort. Because you don't need to do any of that if you can just spit the fact that dismisses what's being said.
You know, you're right. I've often said when you get the pink person down to calling you the N-word when they're in a safe environment and they feel like they can get it out there and you're having some sort of discussion, you know you won. They've had to resort to that, and that was the lowest bottom thing that their little brain can matriculate to try to get them some kind of W. And oftentimes you laugh like, oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, because
I won.
you know, once you realize that the guy, you know, is basis of nigger, and you know, calling you a god anyway.
Hey, I try to, you know, hey.
They bastardize the word.
Yes, that's
make
right.
it
That's right.
negative and to destroy us. But they know who we are. We are the most copied and set the tone for everything that vibrates on this part of the plane. And I assume other parts of the plane too, but I know on this part of the plane, then, you know, our culture, what we set even under these oppressive circumstances, we set the culture.
And, you know, the idea, to your point, setting the culture, that those not entrenched in mainstream academia can revolutionize physics, as this shakes them. But here's the thing I've always tried to tell these scientists is that guys like Einstein and the ones that you guys praise, they were not part of the mainstream. They were the ones shaking the shit to its core. They were the ones shaking the shit.
And they didn't believe their own shit. They were still testing.
Correct.
And making sure
But I'm saying they were bucking against, though, the cabal of scientists trying to tell them, no, that's not. You know, they were trying to tell them that quantum mechanics and physics is all a pseudoscience. Yeah. Yes.
Just, you know, asinine.
Yeah. You know,
it's been proven.
You say the world is round. That was pseudoscience back in the day, which some may still think it's pseudoscience. But I'm just saying, you say the earth revolves around the sun, that was considered pseudoscience.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah. Well, the best scientists were always considered pseudoscience. Heretics.
Well, I don't know, because the flat earth model and the scientists of the day saying that the part of the plane we're on is static and still, and the sun is and the moon projections are rotating around it, seem to be more on point than what we've been diminished to and bastardized and stupidity down through mainly through the indoctrination centers that they call schools.
You know why? I'm going to posit something else, though. All during those times, they say that idle mind is the devil's workshop. But all those times when you're coming out of Theta, and those are the times when the Benjamin Franklins, allegedly, and the great thinkers of the time, no matter what color they were in history, they weren't running around, get in line, go here, go to lunch, right here, go to this class, go over there, sit there, memorize that, spell that, take that test, read this book, do this homework.
It's almost impossible to develop some individual
knowledge of self.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Individuality and
there you go.
And sensation for knowing your inner nation, yourself, and being able to express yourself as an individual,
and solve problems
because
your way.
We're all cells of the creator.
Yeah.
And some are cancer cells. And
That's
they trying to make us all cancer cells by following the same script.
But they're just doing their thing. But
That's
that script that they're following has been proven to not work. But go ahead. To be the worst way to go. But go ahead.
Well, no, for us, because they don't want us to receive our power. The people that's controlling this are soulless beings, and they are extending their time on this plane. Period. It's going to be a point where the vibration is going to be such that they can't exist here, and they're going to have to go. And they're trying to extend that as long as they can.
That makes sense.
That's why fear is the energy of the day, and the controlling measure, and through religion and just news, what they promote as what's going on, because it's not that way most of the places on this place. They just are, they can feed off that, and it helps them stay here. And their time is limited. And yeah.
And these are the ones, man. They always upset. It's like people who have power want to keep power, and they fear the new guy or the new person for whatever reason, which is dumb. Like, that's how we grow as a society.
They're not trying to grow. They're trying to stay here.
So they can keep control.
Those people here that are so-called, they might have had souls at one point, but so many of our politicians have been in their positions for so long, they're not the same individual. And they are there for a separate purpose than when they got there. And they're keeping, if you are moving along with this for that long, then you are complicit. You're not trying to make a change. You're just trying to maintain.
Oh, as I'm going to tell the Self Love Nation. At minimum, they've done the math. 13% of the people in our community are informants. So y'all just do that math. That's where they like to keep that number. That number comes up a lot. So let's just say if you're in a group, a fraternity, and you got 100 members, there's a damn good chance that how many of them, Self, using that math?
13.
13 are informants. Not necessarily snitching on you guys or the organization, but they're informants. That is scary as fuck. I'm talking about Black community.
Yeah. Well,
that is scary.
Black don't have no community.
Well, copper colored.
And copper colored don't have no community either, because it's a lot of skin folk and kinfolk.
Facts.
So we need
a lot of posers. Facts.
We need the 13% that is solid and can agree.
Facts.
And then we can move mountains. We can do everything we need to do.
You're right.
That's what's gonna happen.
You're right. Because I'm confident. I've met some informants.
Well, we've been intimately involved with some.
Yeah. Some of them informing and don't even know. So they're yapping it up with 12. 12 is just having conversations with them. And the informants think it's innocent. You know what I mean? I ain't nothing going, them niggas over there, they over there. Them same niggas over there, them ones with the guns. Yeah, they're the same ones. Yeah, you're just yapping and shit, making statements. Don't even know you're doing it. Think you're having small talk. They gave you a donut. You know what I mean? Told you you're important to the city. You know what I mean? And we're not against 12. I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. We're against those thugs and badges, right, Chuff?
Absolutely. Like the video we showed earlier, these gangs.
Yeah, gangs.
These pink bastards.
Bastards.
These
Yeah, some of them are Latino.
Pig. Yeah, the pig bats. Yeah.
But you know what? That
They
again,
pink too. Goddamn
they're
it, they could be
European.
pink. Goddamn it.
You know, so if I had a homeboy tell me
Spain is not, Latino.
I had a homeboy ramming his programming self. That motherfucker was like, "Yeah, in California, this used to be Mexico." Oh, he said he kept ramming it. I was like, "All right, hold it. I know what you're getting at." And then he was like, "But self, no, he caught it. He knew where I was going." He was like, "But the people who was here already was black." I'm like, "There you go." He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "And they're from Europe." He's talking about that. I was like, "There you go. Don't talk to me like I'm some sort of 85. Don't be ramming your program."
And against popular belief, when they were clearing their so-called prisons and things of such, they were sending swarthy people over here.
The worst of the worst.
Yeah, and they were swarthy. That means they were skinned. They weren't these. And the people that was skinned.
Yeah, somebody told me the Irish were black. When I heard that, I said, "Damn."
Irish, Scotland,
man,
bro.
I didn't know about the Scots, but they said the Irish were the indigenous Irish.
The Irish, English, and Scots, those are all the same people. Really, those islands are right there, and the Europe can fit into America a couple times at least, maybe 3 times.
So where did all of the pink? What percentage of the Earth would you say is pink, and then where did all them come from?
I don't really know the percentage because they present something that's not real.
Math ain't math and can't be math.
They control all the media.
Yeah,
and they control all the numbers. They control all the numbers.
They control most of the media.
All of the media.
Go on.
They allow, because they have to, a certain portion of the media to be real and direct, and they will at any time try to discredit it. But
facts, and they'll let a buffoon tell some of the truths, i.e., Donald Trump. Because they, like you said, the truth is going to come out. It's going to come out one way or other. So yes, or they'll have a discredited person start telling truths, and then nobody's going to really take them seriously or listen to them. Yeah, because they're discredited. Yeah. Like if Diddy started talking right now, it wouldn't have the same weight as if he would start talking before.
I wouldn't listen. I've never really listened to Diddy though, so that wouldn't be nothing new.
I never took Diddy seriously either. It's
so
this whole persona, but they told me somehow he was gangster though, man. He's one of those guys. So yeah.
Behind somebody, he's like,
You don't think he's ever pistol whipped anybody and shot somebody?
Probably,
but
he had the bodyguards and all that.
You're saying he was always had numbers,
right? It ain't no, ain't no. He ain't no G.
He ain't never did no real G shit. He ain't never stood 10 toes.
Manned up against somebody 101 and all of that. Paper balls.
Yeah, because I remember Pac was saying, remember they was trying to get Diddy in the ring. They said they'd have Suge fight Biggie, and I think Suge probably would have killed Biggie in the ring. But you never know. But Biggie don't come off to me like he could have thrown them paws, rest his soul. Like he don't come. But you never know. Biggie probably had hands. He was in Brooklyn, streets of Brooklyn. Left high school at 13. And was hustling. Yeah, you never know. He might have had hands. I never heard Biggs talking about throwing those.
They said Pac and Puffy was cool and the motherfucker was hanging out heavy.
Biggie and Pac was cool. They lived together.
I know Biggie and Pac was cool and the motherfucker. I'm talking about Puffy and Pac. I didn't know that part. I knew that him and Biggie was like solid. He was, put Biggie on. He was, let him get on stage and do his.
Yeah. He let him live on his couch.
You remember when we went to see them? It was
at Operation Push.
No, it was at it was.
I thought it was at Operation Push on 53rd.
It wasn't. It was.
The north side was Common and.
No, that was too. This was too.
That was Common and.
This was
Organized Confused.
Yeah, no, that
the one with Biggie. I'm telling you, bro, it was on the south
no,
side.
no, it wasn't. It was on the north
Operation
side.
Push.
Nope.
And Biggie threw down the forks and got ran out of there.
No, we wasn't there. That's what that probably might have happened. No, that was something happened.
That
with,
was Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, but we wasn't at Wu-Tang. We was up north, and it was Flavor in Your Ear promo tour. So it was Craig Mack, it was Biggie, and Usher.
Get the fuck out of here.
And yep, Usher was in the Flavor camp or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that because they said Diddy was sleeping. That's it. Diddy was grooming.
Remember, I was like,
for the Jaguar rank, Diddy was grooming Usher.
Remember, I wanted to
talk about that.
I asked about kicking him. Well, you know, Jaguar she does her thing.
She's been discredited.
By who?
They've been discrediting Jaguar for 2 years. Calling her wacky, all kind of internet people coming out on behalf of
Yeah,
Diddy
they
and
ain't
others.
said nothing because
They ain't said nothing now. Everybody quiet.
I'm just saying,
boy.
all the shit she said is come true. So it's not they've not discrediting anybody. They ain't
Everybody
did
quiet too. All them people going who been them Diddy parties stuff, they ain't saying nothing.
Yeah. They can't.
Nothing.
They not really friends with him. He's a piece of I mean, pardon me, allegedly.
And some of them allegedly on tape.
All of them are.
Well, I mean, just because you went to a Diddy party doesn't mean like so if you could have went there and that don't mean you'd have been in there like doing funny shit. You might have left
but
at a
you
certain
still
time.
on tape though.
Right, you on tape, but you ain't compromised.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you on tape, but I'm saying what I mean by on tape is on tape compromised.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm saying all of them that did anything compromisable is on tape. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. And they quiet. They quiet.
Yeah, they quiet
because it was a witch hunt when R. Kelly, boy, when they came after R. Kelly because they wanted to get the rights to R. Kelly's masters.
And Bill Cosby.
Oh, it was a witch hunt.
They already had
the
his biggest songs. They already had his rights.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but I'm telling you, I've researched. He sold some of that to fund his lawyers and all that shit. When he's like the one, I believe I Could Fly. He still held the right. He didn't sell all the rights initially. He did not. I was like, look at kid.
The Aaliyah shit. It was something.
Yeah,
some of the biggest
but he
songs
liquidated
that
it when he got that fig charge.
I'm saying it was before that when for them to keep not prosecute him or do anything. I don't know how that even happened. Shit, they were waiting. They were biding their time for they was gonna lock him up.
They put out 3 surviving R. Kelly. So
shit, I know people that was a part of that situation. That younger, they got out and got serviced with their lawsuit or whatever way before any of that.
Yeah, but that last time they were saying it was all adults, but they said he had a sex dungeon, like what they're doing with Diddy.
They gave him a RICO case, bro. Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering what's gonna happen because
that's what I'm saying. Diddy got trafficking, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's something serious.
Well, I don't know if this is true because it was a moron saying it, but supposedly, I didn't fact check it, but supposedly, if you fly someone in, you meet, fly you in Chicago, and then you have sex with them, they're saying that's sex trafficking.
Well, definitely if they fly with you somewhere and they have sex with someone else and you, then it's definitely
and see, that's what I'm saying. It becomes weird, man.
The whole RICO thing is some BS.
Yeah,
because you cannot be personally dealing with anything and they can lock you in as you are in control of all of that and bring you into a case. So I don't like any of that.
So they said the difference between trafficking and pimping is trafficking is when it's state
moving across state lines.
Correct. Yeah, that's the only difference. So you could live on the border of Indiana, you could be in Chicago and going to Gary.
Yeah, and it's trafficking.
That's sex trafficking.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's RICO.
Yeah, it's little nuanced stuff like that. You know, everyone we ask who's been in the street, is our data here on the Self Love Show, and we ask what should those kids do getting off the porch. They all say, "Don't get off the porch." You know, do not. That's the advice they all tell you. Don't jump off the porch. So that all being said, if you've already jumped off the porch, do your research. And you better know your laws, know your rights, do your research, you know. But don't jump off the porch. If you have jumped off the porch, get back on the porch. You know what I mean? All right, so we're wrapping it up here. What did the ancestors?
Just know that your ignorance to the laws and regulations and all of that is no excuse. Like you can't say, "Well, I didn't know." They don't care about that.
Right.
So you better know your rights. You better know what they're supposed to do, even though we're not living under that. So, man, study the shit after 9/11. That's kind of what we're living in right now. The
Patriot Act?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Study that and look at that and what it's based on, because
know the laws in your state regarding IDing yourself and probable cause. You want to know all of that. All of that.
Yeah, it's in your best interest to know that.
Yeah. And the more you know, the less you're going to say. Right, Tom? Because I be saying it, they be thinking, yeah, I'm run that script on the cops. I'm running that script. I ran that script. You ran that script. I ran that script. You ran the script. You ran the script too. You ran that script.
Yeah.
They writing all that shit down, recording it. Ain't they so? You didn't say the name.
They tell you when they arrest you that everything you say can and will be used against you. And they are now developing a strategy against people that are decertifying their citizenship and saying they're nationals and not proxy to the American government.
Oh, you're talking about like the way the Moors and the Choctaws show up in
Yeah.
court and say, I'm not part of this. This is a maritime court and blah, 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 blah. Go ahead.
The Choctaw Nation has their own thing, but it's still subjugated to this whole thing, and not my people. The Choctaw Nation that's running one of the so-called 5 tribes has been infiltrated with $5 Indians, and they are the people that's running that.
$5 ass Indians, boy.
Are running all of the so-called civilized tribe nations.
And some of them are racist. That's what I can't.
All of them are. Wait a minute. They don't allow my people, who are the original people, and they've taken over and like.
My mom told me they used to kind of act funny when she would show up to the
they
powwows and
act
stuff,
funny
looking
because
at her like she was a poser, like she was a $5.
Right. That's what they believe. That's what them motherfuckers believe, because them people, they lied to their people.
The Chiefs don't believe that. I think the Chiefs know.
Some of them may, but
Right. They've been so
all this
infiltrated.
time.
I hear you. They've been so
they
infiltrated.
you see them, they be all into they be all off time and all that. They be
Don't
doing
it?
all of
They
the
be off
rituals,
beat.
all that.
I be seeing it.
Yeah, and they doing they believe that that's that. Really.
They be drunk, and it just looks like a rock music fest. That's what it's become. And it's nothing spiritual. It don't feel spiritual. I'm talking about when you with the $5 Indians. I'm just,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I ain't even gonna, speak.
Right.
So.
Yeah. But you were saying
most
they were doing the Moors.
Most of my family didn't go to Trail of Tears, route. So you had to stay and be Negroes, or you could leave the land and go.
Well, they were trying to civilize your people, teach them how to read and read the Bible and wear suits, and they had to civilize you and make you not a savage.
My people could already read and all that. Most of them weren't slaves.
Couldn't read the English.
The English was our language. That's part of it. It's a language that It's commerce language, and it was already most of it was
I see
our
what you're
language.
saying. They were
Most,
using it for trade.
yes, most of it was our language. Most of English, the Angling, the Anglo-Saxons, England, they made it England after they talked about this
True,
English.
because it was Anglo. That's a good point.
Yes, and after it was English, and then they say, "Oh, we can make this England," and then we can say that this language came from there.
I do find it
when
quite
they wasn't
fascinating
speaking
that people to this day speak English all over the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Like it's still a maritime, like you said, a trading language.
It is.
Because they say they learn it for business. That's what they say. That they teach them all over the world English for business purposes.
Yeah, and people come here to learn other languages. It's a trip. Like people want to learn French or something, they come to America. It's a language center.
Oh, I see your point. Because you can find French people and hang out with them. You in America, right? You can find a Spanish district,
and it's set up where there's kind of a
people who don't speak it.
All these schools and colleges teach all these languages. I don't think that happens everywhere.
I see your point. All right, I got you. And I just gave myself an idea. If you want to learn a language, just go to the barrio, man. Start sitting down in those coffee shops and stuff like that, bro, and start talking to people, man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because that's the way you immerse yourself in it.
Yeah, you can immerse yourself. You really want to learn some shit, you want to go to where they speak that shit. That's all they speak.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, the people who I'm meeting who are learning English here fast, they're the ones who come over here and they get a job. Yeah. And they get a job where everybody there is speaking English to their ass.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're learning the necessary word. It could be a sound engineer.
That's
and
why
you're going to be teaching them.
That's why this is a English center.
I see what you're saying. And they learn it quick, bro. They learn it in 2 weeks.
Well, I mean,
they try to say English is hard. They be learning it quick, bro. I'm saying the ones
they don't learn it technically. They can have conversations.
Correct. Right. Correct. Yes. Yes. They still don't know everything that's going on. Right. And some of the slang and layers.
They can't speak it correctly, but they can communicate.
Correct. Some of these philosophical layered conversations they probably wouldn't be able to have right now yet.
And I'm coming to learn that the slang that we speak is the language.
Yes.
It's not.
I heard that too.
We are, they say that we speak broken English. No, we speak that. We speak our language.
First of all, like contributing. People in the hood be saying contributing and stuff like that. And that's the way the British say it. To your point, it's a lot of ways that before they correct you at these indoctrination centers, black people will see a word or copper people and pronounce it phonetically in the way, and it's considered ghetto, to your point. But I be listening to some people from Britain and other places, and they say it the same damn way. I'm like, oh, okay, we was right.
And they've been adding the spells all in the shit too. All the words that's the same word that's supposed to mean something different because of a spelling. That's some bullshit.
But what do you think our ancestors' opinion was on
those words?
Gravity. I don't think they were talking about gravity.
I don't know if it was a concern, but I know they had a higher understanding and understanding than we do right now. They didn't have the noise or the imbeciles running the place.
Well, there's that stick figure man has been drawn in the caves all over the world. If I show it to you, you know what I'm talking about. It's got some dots, 4 dots around them. Wi-Fi was saying that the plasma back in the day, or early Earth years ago, the plasma was a lot more visible than it is now for different scientific reasons and obvious reasons. And they said that it would present itself, the Patagonia in the human mind, it made it look like a man. He said that they think that they were given the messages that, you know what I'm saying, that there was some energy. Like maybe they thought it was a celestial being and all it was like plasma presenting itself. And maybe it was a celestial being and we just think it's plasma.
Well, at any rate, they're doing everything to separate us from what we can see out of the
Pineal land.
The dome. The
the firmament.
Yeah, the firmament. So they are poisoning the sky with all kinds of stuff.
You're right, bro. Self, when it's been raining here, everybody's been commenting how you can see so much further in LA because that smog. And you don't. Yes, it's literally camouflage. Like now you don't even like it tunes out, it grays out. It's like a gray noise in the background where now you're not even paying attention to anything that's going on in the distance up. No.
Yeah.
That's a damn good point, which would explain why we had free electricity and we had vehicles running off free electricity, and we decided to pollute the air and get this ooze all over the place because maybe there's something that we're not supposed to be privy to.
Yeah, and people decided what we were going to be taught in school and made it a formality, and what the doctors could do as a formality. And, you know, the same person or same entity. I don't even know if it's a person, but it's a entity. It's definitely a corporation that put in place a lot of stuff to hold us back and to dumb us down.
Is this the dumbest in your lifetime overall, society as a whole? Like when you drive around and you look at the things people are doing, they're walking in the intersection, texting. They might have the light, but they're texting. They never establish any eye contact with any cars. It could be snow, ice, nighttime. They don't care. I literally saw a person, and maybe this is just LA. She was standing in the street like she had literally forgot that she was in the middle. It was like La Brea, and it wasn't a homeless person. Literally forgot. Like, I don't know what the fuck the text was. Literally forgot. And the light had changed and everything. Middle of the damn street texting. I mean, you know.
Oblivious. In some ways, not exactly, but for some people, these devices are damn near a neural link. Prevents them from acting naturally.
Bro.
And all of us to a certain degree, but some people it's severe.
So there were 2 attacks. One lady's in a coma. Hope she gets better. Another lady is out in Venice. You know, I've been talking about how the unhoused are. Nobody's doing anything. I know I've been mentioning to you. So finally, there was a brother who they caught him. The Venice canals, it's dark over there. And yeah, monkey attacked and monkey wrapped 2 white women. And bro, the lady who's conscious, she's going to be a horrible witness. They caught him and she never saw anything, never saw him coming. Like, you know, in America, and people, keep your head on the swivel. Like, I'm not saying stuff I can't get attacked. I'm not saying, right, shit can't happen. What I'm saying to you is that I never saw it coming. Maybe it has something to do with pledging beta. I think maybe that has a lot to do with it. Maybe it has something to do with coming up on the south side of Chicago.
I think you had it before we got the beta.
Yeah. The swivel. I'm going to see it coming. Now, I'm not saying I'm Bruce Lee. I'm saying, Self, I'm not getting stalked by somebody like they're a lion and I'm a deer and I'm, you know what I mean? And then you ask me what happened. Man, I never saw it coming. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I'm doing this stuff, I'm looking up. I'm looking up.
I'm feeling it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna be like,
now I caught eye, and now me and him are, you know what I'm. Yes, right. I'm gonna see it coming.
Not only that, I'm not stopping in the middle of the street. You know, no, I'm not doing anything of the such.
It's nothing so important that even though you have the light that you're texting walking across the street. Like
that
our programming was look both ways. Yeah, you can stop texting for that little bit of time. Can't you, Self?
You can even keep texting, but you're going to keep walking. You look both ways.
Correct. But I mean, again, I still think it's douchey to be walking across the street texting. That's just me. It's not that important. It's douchey to me. I'm not gonna do it. Driving and texting. So now, Self, in LA, we got people driving and texting, and now we got people walking in the street while texting. And so now my prediction is somebody's gonna get hit, and it's gonna be hit and run. You know, yeah. It's probably already happened.
Definitely already happened.
All right, let's get to the poll results. The poll is the electric universe theory, or EUT, is ... The electric universe theory is option number 1, pseudo science. Option number 2,
Science.
yeah, it's pseudoscience.
What are you talking about science? Did you see it? Did you see the theory?
It's pseudo skeptic. And then well, there's a lot of scientists, Self, who went to reputable schools. They all didn't go to, Gumbo Shrimp Tech State Community Northwest. They didn't all go there. And big ups to Gumbo State Tech Community College Northwest. The second option is more viable than lamestream gravity / dark matter model. The third option is unsure. The electric universe theory is, I guess I should have typed I'm unsure, but unsure. And then finally, what's EUT? All right. So starting from the bottom and going up. The first option is what's EUT? 0% of the respondents claim to have not known what EUT is. Unsure, 0% of the respondents claim to be unsure. So everyone has an opinion, which is good. Or a hypothesis. Because see, in science, they call your opinion a hypothesis. If you're a scientist, you say stuff like that. It's just a stinky opinion. It's just a wacky conspiracy theory at the end of the day, if you can't observe it. And if nobody else observed it with you, you know what I mean? It's not science. They can't take your word on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yahusha could come down here and tell you, he saw a UFO yesterday, and you wouldn't believe Yahusha. You know what I mean? You wouldn't. Ye of so little faith. You know what I mean? More valuable than lamestream gravity or dark model matter. 50% of the respondents believe that the electric universe theory is more valuable than lamestream gravity dark matter. I mean, for discredited, wacky pseudoscience, that's pretty damn good, 50%. And this is the stuff lamestream don't like. And then the other 50% say it's pseudoscience. I don't know, Self. I like my chances, right? That's a coin flip.
Not really. I mean, because the other model is it's a complete objection to the other model. So anyone believing the other model who feel like it's a part of their self model is going to reject it.
So anyone believing the mainstream model?
Yes, if they believe that and have it on their self map as part of themselves, they're going to reject it because it's like an attack on their person.
Got you. I got you. Their whole makeup, their whole programming.
Yeah, we all have a map of what we consider as part of us, and it's not just us. It's our friends, our family, all the way down to the brands we like and all that. And if somebody attacks it, we can take offense to that if you don't have knowledge of what it is. You know what I mean? So it's a way to control that, but you can have feel like it's an attack on you because it's your team they're talking crap about, or your player that you like, and all of that. You put that on your self map, so you get offended when somebody says some BS about something that you consider part of you.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Yeah.
Somebody could just be having a casual conversation with a stranger, and you say something that doesn't matter to you, and it completely offends them or hurts them in some kind of way. You know what I mean?
There it is. It's a show now.
Yeah, she knows it's about the end of the time. So as we wrap up this enlightening journey through the electric universe theory, we're left with a sense of awe at the interconnectedness of our cosmos. The theory challenges conventional views, proposing that electricity plays a more significant role in the universe than previously thought. It's a reminder that science is a dynamic, evolving field, always open to new perspectives and interpretations. Well, should always be open to new perspectives and interpretations. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing is clear. The electric universe theory sparks a curiosity that electrifies our understanding of the cosmos, encouraging us to question, explore, and seek truth in the vast electric tapestry of our universe. If you have any feedback, questions, concerns, corrections, or suggestions for any future episodes, feel free to contact us in the comments, or you could call us or text 424-900-6945. We'd love to hear from you and learn more about your thoughts and opinions. Show some love to yourself and others around you. Until next time, stay curious and keep dreaming. Dream big. Keep your head up. Remember, ask not what our culture can do for you, but what you can do for our culture. As always, question everything. The Self Love Show ain't Kansas, Dorothy. Follow that rabbit down the hole and do your own research. But use caution, use discernment, because sometimes when you stare into the abyss, the abyss, it's going to stare right back at you. Peace, self-love, honor, and respect. All right, bro, we didn't, looks like nobody, I don't even see the riddle in here. No. It's crazy. All right, so let's get after it.
Got the whole riddle. I didn't get it. I didn't even remember the process.
I make two people out of one. What am I?
Reflection.
You get it close.
Mirror.
That is. Yeah. I mean, you could have said water, I guess. Yeah, how'd you come up with it all of a sudden? See, you was about to get it the first time, but I started talking. I moved the show on because I knew you was gonna get it. Yeah, I saw you matriculating, so I just started pushing forward like enough of the appetizers because you got it. I was like, he's about to get that. I'm shocked nobody in the chat got it, but they're they're not lazy. You're not gonna say that.
I just saw in my mind reflection.
Yeah.
Mirror is, what causes the reflection.
I mean, it's misleading though. It doesn't make two people, or does it?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
It's
you know what I mean? Are we the man in the mirror? Yeah.
It's the opposite of us. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's two different things.
Yes. So what I'm saying, so if it is opposite, if it's quantum entanglement, if that's your other electron, is it him coming to the mirror sometimes, and that's propelling you to be in the mirror. Do you see what I'm saying? It's quantum entanglement.
Yeah. Could very well be.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And Self, I think quantum entanglement, if it's true, it explains why people die of heartbreak when a couple's together 70, 80 years, and then one passes away a few months later, the other one does. I think because those electrons that break off in the exchange, you've been exchanging the electrons with people, like around your family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's quantum entanglement, and then when they die, I think it just instant. But you're not entangled with all your electrons, obviously, but you're entangled with enough of them that when, that person, well, the electrons don't die.
No. You don't die either.
That's true.
This vehicle may expire, or something may cause it to expire, but you don't die.
Yeah.
You're in energy,
But what's causing the other one to expire? Is it coincidence? I would have to, that's a show in itself. Actually, look at the data and see if the
a
maps
lot of
mean.
us have maps laid out, and sometimes you don't want to be here when, and it's already, written in to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Live together to the end, and then when they go, then it's, kind of your time to go too.
Man, some of them yogis, they say they be knowing exactly when they gonna die and say goodbye to everybody, go up in the mountain and meditate and be dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's some of them
300 years old.
Drink some stuff and mummify themselves.
Yeah. During meditation.
Yeah. They drink some stuff that's gonna mummify them, and keep drinking it, little bit by little bit.
Don't eat no more.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
The whole time they doing that, they ain't eating no more.
Yeah.
They meditating and they are mummifying themselves.
And some of them, they said, this lady told me, like, they really don't know how old some of them are. You remember how you used to be in the South? You ain't know how old some of them people was. And I think some of them people might be, when you ask, would you rather live forever or die tomorrow? Some of them people probably had gotten to a point where they could have lived for, and they just said, I'm going to mummify myself. Yeah, like, I don't want to do this no more. Shit. I'm going to mummify my damn self.
Otherwise, I'm going to be here.
Yeah.
They discount a lot of what has been written long ago as they didn't know what they were talking about.
It was myths.
Yeah. They didn't know what they're talking about. All these people talking about these sky people and these people that came from, Anunnaki, and the ones that came from heaven above, and all over the place. Yeah. And we're not supposed to believe that. We're supposed to believe what they're feeding us now. And this is by far the most advanced that we've ever been. This crock of doo-doo.
I guess the equivalent Self would be our progeny, right? 2,000 years from now, discrediting every bit of science and art from this era as complete what? Hogwash. Every single belief, what I mean? And it's possible to happen, but I mean, such as, I'm trying to think of some. I don't know if we have any original beliefs in this generation.
There's been a large control measure to the educational system. It's not been about expanding consciousness. It's been about limiting it to slave mentality type levels.
Yep. I mean, think about it, Self. If you have a kid that's naturally playing in the dirt, I was one of those, and I used to play with bugs and stuff. To love it. Bugs didn't bite me. You know what I mean? I started identifying them. Hey, who knows? You know, I could have been one of those, what do you call them? Botanists? No, that's plants. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who knows though, bro? You know, but get out of the dirt. You know, get out of your Easter suit.
Why you
You're
messing
always
your
in the
clothes?
dirt. You're always in the dirt.
You messing your
Fear,
clothes up?
fear. Yeah. Messing your clothes up. Yeah.
Why you doing that? Don't do that.
Yeah. And that's learning. And that's learning the environment. That's doing science. That's literally learning. And it gets, get over here and get back on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Stay on the grass. Stay on the grass. Get on the concrete, so get on the concrete.
You're right. They don't want nothing to happen.
You were naturally getting off that concrete.
Yes,
Buff off. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we supposed to.
Not supposed to be on no fucking concrete.
Not at all.
It's harder on your joints, everything.
Or no rubber shoes.
No. You're supposed to be barefoot out there, but they
well,
you know what I mean?
Barefoot, but something that doesn't, connect us or stop us from connecting.
Because rubber, you can't connect with nothing. It's like
concrete.
plastic.
Yeah, the concrete stops us from connecting.
I see your point.
But not more than the rubber shoes.
But you're saying like a natural hide might be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. But good job, bro. Once again, go ahead, bro. What you saying?
There are some people that's got some shoes, so if you want to look into it,
Yeah, like some real moccasins.
Or just some shoes that are not really rubber based, where they're not.
So it might be hemp, stuff like that.
They grounding purpose. You can ground from them. So
yeah, I'd definitely be interested in that, man, because I'm moving away from the commercial stuff when I make my purchases, bro. I'm think I'm gonna get to like, you know what I mean? 5 t-shirts, 5 pair of shirts, and they're all exactly the same. You know what I mean? 5 pair of sweatpants. These micro decisions. I'm moving beyond these and having all types of different stuff. And I like this shirt and I like that. And wear that with that. Yeah, I'm moving away from that, bro. At some point, I guess I'll mummify myself, but this is how it gets. It's a start. All right. So Self, big ups, man, on that. Y'all support, Ancestral Echoes. Definitely support that. The Self Love Show will be there, and my lovely better half will be there, God willing. You know what I mean? We will both be there. Next week, Self, on the Self Love Show. If we're not covering the event formerly known as House Stock, what we're going to do is Black Mount Rushmore. Would it be Mount Olympus? No. Black Mount Rushmore. That's what we're going to cover. We're going to have a discussion about the giants or copper.
Didn't we talk about?
We talked about it, but remember I said that's a whole show in itself. We didn't, you know what I mean? Right. Remember we had a little discussion at the end of the last show. I think you gave what you thought yours would be, and I think I gave mine. But no, we got to do some data. You know what I mean?
Them all? Or did we just say? And we probably did all of them, didn't we?
I think we might have, but we didn't come to an agreement on them between us. So, and then we're gonna hash out. We'll put a poll up. Like we'll probably put the poll up tomorrow. That'll give us some more data. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll get the community to decide, and we'll get the poll out there. Self will tell people to go on the channel and do the poll. You meet people. Go on there and do the poll. We got an interesting poll, you son of a bitch. I mean, you don't want to call them that. But maybe that's in your internal dialogue. You tell them to do the poll. It takes 2 seconds, you bastard. But you don't say the you bastard part. You know what I mean?
You definitely got to keep that part out. Asking somebody to do some things, but you don't want to, that approach.
Oh, man, that's what guys be looking like. Wait, what? Yeah.
No Diddy.
Yeah, no Diddy. No Diddy. All right, see what he did there. See what he did. All right. It's politics. Mouthpiece included. Catch us on Sunday. We're going to be talking about all types of stuff. It's always sports related.
All the time. It's wonderful.
Yeah. You can talk your excrement. You know what I mean? You can pull up. You don't even have to have your face on camera. You know what I mean? If we know who you are, you can keep your camera off. We'll tolerate that. You know what I mean? If you're some sort of troll, you flick it on right quick so we can have an idea who the hell you are. You know what I mean? You flick it right off and you can, talk your excrement. But if you do pull up, best believe you better bring your mouthpiece, right? Because you can and will. Self, we need to come up with a mini Miranda for the show. Right? Yeah, the right to. You know what I mean? You can and will. You know what I mean? you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have the right to shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean? You had the right to not self-snitch on anybody you know. Yeah, we'll come up with something like that. You know what I mean? You had the right to realize you're in a public forum. And that'll make me feel good about myself. Right, Self? They come out there and, hey, we read them to what? We told them.
The riot act, and it needs to be a video played at the jump of the show.
We even cut the show off early because that's what we would do. If somebody's going too far, we will end their interview early. We're not Vlad TV. Yeah.
I don't speak of that devil.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Alleged.
Yeah, they're trying to big him up, Self. They're trying to cross over. I'm starting to see him pop up on national media stuff. They talk to him. I'm like, why did even talk to him? You don't even know what he's talking about.
I can't even, I don't want to watch. Fucking.
He could be the Baphomet. It wouldn't surprise me. Or that awful TMZ guy.
Man.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't surprise me if Harvey was the Baphomet.
Baphomet's a whole process of energy that motherfuckers are bringing forth through their actions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a compilation of multiple of these people.
It's a conglomeration of
them.
Yeah. So once they get all the ultimate frequency of this evil and hate that they're trying to matriculate, then it's gonna morph into, it's like traffic. It's gonna morph into the Baphomet.
Yeah. It's already here, but it can't.
Yeah, it can't matriculate because it ain't.
No, because it's not going to.
Yeah, man, I saw a study, Self. It's called the game problem. I think that's what it was. And even when they did these scientific models, it all came down to being forgiving, being cooperative, not being a pushover.
That's what I say. Project Looking Glass. No matter what they do, all the manipulation they do to try to change the whole thing, causing
I think that's the game theory.
Butterfly. They're doing everything they can to change the outcome, and it ain't changing the outcome.
Well, you know why? Because okay, the programming, I remember talking to my grandmother, and I had did something, and she's like, well, you know right from wrong. Because I told her I didn't know. I was out of theta, but close. I didn't know. Like what you just said, ignorance of the law. And she looked at me like, well, you know right from wrong. Do you know what I mean? Until they reprogram that base, right? So what I just said, being cooperative, because there's something we've learned from our ancestors and over time. This works. Not being a push, standing up for yourself, but also being forgiving. You know what I mean? And right after you snap back, right? Somebody says you snap back. You don't just keep pounding on it. That's all, so yeah. I think that they can't win. The Project Looking Glass keeps blowing up in their face because they're indoctrination centers. If they put me in charge, and I don't want to tell them what to do, and I'll talk to you offline about it, but if they put me in charge of, I can have in one generation just what they're looking for.
No, you can't. They ran every simulation that can be possibly done. Yeah, it's a reset. The whole situation is cyclical, and it's at the point of reset, and they cannot stop a reset, and it's going to go to a golden age again.
You got to program the children to be uncooperative, unforgiving, and wishy-washy pushovers. And I feel like we're getting close to that.
Close to that?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like Allen Iverson, you talk about practice.
I mean, I think you're right, bro. Bro, I be talking to some of these young men, and and I've heard other brothers say it. The young women will talk. They won't say nothing, bro. And I be looking at them, turn and look them in the eye like, do you speak English? I do have to turn around and ask them. And sometimes they mamas be with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I turn around and, do you speak English? And yeah, bro. And somebody told me that they're not used to black men. They're not used to silverbacks. They're not used to nobody like that.
They're not used to any interaction with a grown man. They're not many in their schools.
Yeah.
They're none in their homes. And if they are, then they are in and out, and there's a bunch.
And if they're playing sports, you can't haze them no more in sport. You know what I'm talking about. You can't push them too hard in sports. You can't yell at them. You can't. You know what I'm talking about, the type of man.
Oh, man. I don't know about that part, but
the toxic masculinity. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a fallacy.
I think it's a myth too. They were trying to ram down everybody's throat.
Did we ever show about that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Remember that? Because our younger brothers had to do a whole report on it because they were toxic and masculine down there on campus. I wanted to high five all of them. But what I heard.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah. Good times. All right. So yeah. All right. So this brings us to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. All right. Yeah. So y'all remember next week, y'all know what we on. Black Mount Olympus. Or I should say, what's it called? Yeah, y'all know.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, the Black Mount Rushmore. Now, I want to see if you coons are going to put all athletes and entertainers on it. They're going to coon it up. We'll see.
We have a very exclusive viewership.
Yeah, you got confidence in them.
I mean, you call them coons. I mean, come on.
Well, everybody who does our polls, they're probably not, you know what I mean, subscribers. That's all I'm saying. Maybe they're just popping in and out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not calling our subscribers coons. You know what I mean? But then, you can't act like we don't have people cooning it up out there. You know what I mean? Never called anybody a coon. You can coon it up without being a coon. You know what I mean?
I don't really know how you do that out there. Cooning it up is a whole part of the process of being a coon. I don't know how you separate the two because the actions is cooning it up. Coonery.
Coon fabulous.
Yeah, coonery.
Which brings me to my personal favorite part of the whole shebang. And that's wordsmiths. Final words out there. Stop the killing, stop the cooning.
Electric theory. Electric universal theory. Didn't know nothing about it till I started my research. Never heard of the term, but it caused a rebirth of some information that came through. Explain a lot of things I know is true. That the plasma, which is up in our body, controls this plane's body, rearrange and connects everything. You want to know the truth? Look within. You can see for yourself that it's true, that these things, you can travel to everyone. Just think about being there. And you're there through the plasma, the magnetic field allows us to use our skill. They talk about dark matter, but it's melanin. And that's what it is. What I'm telling them, it's uromelanin. You can connect with if you meditate and use your perspective. You can go and travel everywhere. You connected there. That's what the quantum entanglement and what we represent. It's only you. It's only me. We are the same being expressing ourselves differently. So learn everything you need to learn so we can grow and move through what they say is impossible. We are all here at this time because it's a reset. That's why I love, honor you all and respect you for being here. Because it's about to be a ride. I know exactly what's going to happen, but I ain't trying to hide. I'm charging ahead to see what we're headed for, what it's going to be. I see it strategically. Words.
Great job, bro. Great job. Great job. Words. Strategically. All right, y'all. So get those tickets. Get those tickets while they hot.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I just they just delivered some Harold's chicken, bro. Yeah, they got them out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I'll be ordering from, the guy, they from Chi. Like they order they own one in Chi. They, you know what I mean? They run one in Chi. So it's pretty damn good, boy. I mean, you know, for some LA chicken, boy. Shit. They charge that. It seems to be more expensive though, fella. Than Chicago.
Yeah. Well, if you was Ubering it and they delivering it, it's gonna be more expensive in the Chi too.
True. And you know, whatever rent they're paying, because they're not like in Watts, you know, in the Chi, they be in the hood. You know, they can get some lower rents. Nah, they be in Hollywood, like right up top. They be in, you know what I'm saying, the Culver City Mall, like right next to Five Guys. You know, Harold's ain't shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Harold's be in a little strip mall or something. So yeah, you paying for that. You paying for that rent. All right, let me find let me get this one here. Come on here. Yeah, the executive producer walking through. Let's see here. Wait a minute. Who am I here?
Do you think you are the one? Honestly, I don't know.
I know.
I do for sure.
You know what that means?
Except, do you realize
It's Latin.
Gen Z,
Means
the majority of them don't even, they've never watched Matrix?
Yeah.
Bullets. A boomerang.
Stand your ground.
Murder is suicide.
Yeah, an eye for an eye.
Silence is violence.
See something?
emotions and
Say
elixirs.
something.
Hope you get the picture. Frame it right, say
Fuck
goodnight, folks are
12.
getting sicker. Choking on their liver.
Slave
Hope they're not
theory.
delivered. Posted all
Greed
the
plus
ministers,
ego
asking no
over fear.
attorneys. I spoke that unfamiliar
That's
tongue
slavery.
that baffled all the clergy. My soul is like a
Charity
living
plus
drummer, mastering
humility times
earthly.
of
I wasn't
love
in their lessons
is
and they pastors
freedom.
never heard me. I'm out of the curriculum, like the Merovingian,
Don't
righteous ghetto Indian,
answer
Asiatic gentleman, raised to
question.
have a simpleton, neophytes and hierophants, cardinals and
Question
bishops, marches with their fists up,
every
vision nation battles,
thing.
steady arches with their wrists up, lyrics for the stick up, kids starving for a stick up. I
Fear
came
is
to
an
elevate the
illusion.
world, my heart would never
It's
give
cap.
up. Mind forever
It's
focused,
all
there's a time for
in
every
your
lotus.
head.
Until it's yours, we break it and keep shining so they notice. They say the students
Vibrate
ready,
love.
the teacher appears, cause he was always there, you just didn't see him.
Forgiveness is love's highest vibration.
So do something charitable for a so-called enemy. End the beef.
The wrong way stole my health. I'm glad to be me now and nobody else.
Facts.
Man, know thyself.
Take some-
I will eat the right foods that I
Take
grow
some
myself.
9mm bullets down there to the Chicago Police Department. Give him a box of bullets. So
Yeah, many secrets in my lyrics come and see
get
if
those
you can hear
65
it.
shots
You
off.
never die when you breathe in
Yeah,
the
you
Holy
got
Spirit.
96 shots.
Was it 96?
Salad bar,
Yes.
spit at your
It's went up?
to bring you back to God.
No,
Said
it was
just like
always
Master
96.
Farsight.
Wow.
The end ain't always happy like a back massage. Just
Wow.
bring it back to stars.
Okay, yeah, you're
Mr.
right.
Zodiac
Wow.
and love pictured like a pillar in the
Okay,
canopy.
okay,
I'm glad
okay,
our
okay.
hearts
Healthy
never
people.
unique and
Healed our
ours.
people.
It's the classic art picture
We
for the
know
homies
for sure
lonely
hurt
with the rather
people
large dinner. Sitting at
gonna
the
try
bar
to
with
hurt
another glass
people.
of hard liquor, give a toast. If existence blowing smoke's my prescription. Reality's a
For the
casualty.
love
Folks live in
of
fiction.
God.
Holy hope for permission from the post.
Free,
Intermission, this is
Larry,
broken
ooh.
inhibition. Dangerous epiphany. You woke in every Christian saying
Free,
nature is a mystery.
Jeff Ford.
Study ancient history. Paging all pagans.
Free all the
calling
guys,
sages.
man.
Wall-to-wall
Prison
haters.
is
in the
slavery.
temple of the mental.
Check
This
the
is all a
13th
false
Amendment.
matrix. Hoping
Check
that the Lord
the
save us, bringing
13th
back our pure
Amendment.
status. Our pure status.
Right.
Know thyself. I
Be
will eat
Yahushua.
the right foods that I grow myself.
Walk on water.
Cause the wrong way stole my health.
Man,
I'm glad
move
to be
mountains.
me now and nobody else.
Man, a whole mountain, bro, that's gonna take a whole lot of electricity.
That I grow myself.
Man, it just takes this electromagnetism that we can use and reach the rhythm and reach the right frequency to move it like a prism.
I'm gonna let
It's
you
white
know a
light.
secret.
Get it where it need to go and keep it right
Being the
tight.
one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it. Through and through. Balls to bone.
Still got him.
Got mine.
Shot time, stand the fuck up. Stand by, stand up, or stand down.